What's what order in the court? Order in the court. I am your honorable judge. Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. We have a special edition of this show where we are going to do a breakdown of a court proceeding that is brewing up on these YouTube streets. Now, when you come on in the room, say hey, all right? As always, we want to say thank you to everybody that is in here. Key New, welcome, being a member here. Latavia J, welcome, all right? Daniela Turner, welcome. Prada Me here, welcome. I see you, all right? Love Maria, see you, hi. What's up? So this case is brewing up. Now, let's just dive into it, y'all. Let's bring them up really quickly. Here we go. So give me a second while we get them on the screen here, child. Hold on. Give me a sec. All right. Oh, not them. We talked about them already. This. Okay. So, I've reached out, give y'all a back so y'all come on in so y'all know what we're talking about. This is Denot, a YouTuber, and Official King Payne. Now, I reached out to Denot and I reached out to King Payne. Now, it is a lawsuit brewing in the courts. Official King Payne, Armon Wiggins' best friend, is suing Denot in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of California. It was filed on March 30th, 2023. Official King Payne, government name, give me a second, because in the court documents, it don't go by Official King Payne or this and that. It don't do any of that. You know what I'm saying? It don't go by this person or that person. It got their government name. It got Brother Michael. That's Official King Payne, government name. Denot, that is his government name. Now, let's dive into these court documents, okay? We're going to dive into these court documents. Now, Michael stay in California. Denot stay in California, all right? So what happened from these court documents, it says the parties to this complaint got Brother Michael is the plaintiff. The defendant is, let's be clear, I have this right here. Give me a second. Okay. We are here. Okay. Denot. Okay. And he's a content creator. All right. And he's in California. And defendant 2, Denot. Okay. TM. They have that information as well. Let's scroll down. All of this is going to be sent to the members so y'all can see it all. Okay. This is a federal question. They did that because a question came up. What is the basis for this federal court jurisdiction? They said federal question. Somebody put the X right there. If the basis for jurisdiction is a federal question, list the specific federal statutes, federal treaties, and or provisions of the United States Constitution that are issued in this case. Criminal copyright infringement. 17 U.S.C.F. 506A and 18 U.S.C. 2319. Got the plaintiff. That this complaint. The defendant is Denot. Okay, let's scroll down. The reason why we can't show on the screen because they got like their address and numbers and all that. Okay, so they said 3, the amount in controversy. The amount in controversy, the amount the plaintiff claimed the defendant owes or the amount at stake is more than $75,000, not counting the interest and the costs of court because explain, lifetime potential of copyright works, all right? Then it got the statement of claim. Then it got copyright infringement. It said on 3/19/23, uploaded my copyright video to his channel. 3/18/23, King Payne is alleging did not uploaded my copyright video to channel. 3/17/23, uploaded my copyright video to channel. 3/28/23, my copyright logo and entire video. 3/28/23, claims my copyrighted content as his own. Scroll down. This is on page 6. Relief. State briefly and precisely what damages or what release the plaintiff, King Payne, is asking the court to order. Do not make legal arguments, include any basis for claiming that the wrongs alleged are continuing at the present time. Include the amount of any actual damages claimed for actual alleged and basis for these amounts. Okay. $100,000 in damages. This is what King Payne wants from Denot. $100,000 in damages. Loss of rightful income and potential income. A cease and desist infringing behavior. All right. So we go down. Okay. They signed it 3/30/23. Signature of the plaintiff. King Payne signed it, aka Michael. He signed it. They got Michael, and they got Denot information on these court documents, got the address, got the numbers. All of this is public record. We did one little Google search and it popped up. Now, once we got the information, we immediately called both parties because both their numbers, King Payne numbers on the court documents and Denot numbers on the documents. Now, I reach out to King Payne first, aka Michael. So King Payne was like, I was under the impression that Denot was suing King Payne, but no. King Payne is the plaintiff. He brought on the lawsuit. He said, no, I'm suing Denot. And then I asked him the question. He said, girl, he's using you for your platform. I said, I don't care nothing about that. What I care about is these allegations that Denot is spewing out in the streets. That's the only thing I care about. All right. I don't care if you use it to grow his platform. Who gives a darn? This is public record. Now, Denot also posted under his Twitter account and he tagged Team YouTube. More than 7 false copyright strikes were removed from my channel. Yes. King Payne struck his Denot channel 7 times and he couldn't go live for about 2.5 weeks. He said, my business was hurt for 2.5 weeks. Why does the criminal still have his channel? See DMCA section 512F. All right. He posted a screenshot of King Payne said this exclusive. The official King Payne give the G-Not the boot available, something like that. I don't know if it's like a song. I don't know. So he posted that on there, and he also posted that as well. He posted exclusive official King Payne gives the boot. He posted this on his social media. Okay, he have done that. On the social media. So I'm going to give you what my team and I have came up with because I put the question out, what really happened to King Payne and Denot, their fallout. So I'm going to give you a little backstory of my understanding, and each party can come on when they get ready, but I want to make sure I get all my thoughts before we bring anybody on to talk. I want to make sure. Okay, so give me a second here. This is all public. Literally, this is all public record. All right. Give me 1 second. This is all, like I said, this is all public record of what really went on. So then it's another court document. Oh, okay. I got to read that. Hold on. So this other court document that I got my hands on from the courts where we sent to the members. Give me 1 second. I got this, my hands on this court document that the plaintiff, King Payne, is asking the court to allow him not to pay court fees because he said he only made $2,300 a month. He only made $2,300 a month. And the court said, no. You're going to still have to pay these court fees, or you're going to get a payment plan because you are 200. Let me make sure you are above 100, or I think he said 200% above the poverty line. So you don't qualify to get the request. That is denied. Okay. They deny his request to get his court fees waived because he told the courts that he only makes $2,380. We have receipts that King Payne got a PPP loan for $11,000. And then we also got his own record of himself saying that he owned, quote, multiple Airbnbs. All right. So if you have multiple Airbnbs with your YouTube income with cash, so how you just making $2,000? Anyway, that ain't my business. All right. Well, it's my business. I'm in the business. It just don't make sense is what I'm saying. So let me get the rundown from my producers of what they found to see what's the issue. All right. They say official King Payne doesn't have the money. He have to pay the installment. They're saying that Denot played his content. They saying that King Payne have to pay $80 a month in installments. They don't know that correct amount. They also said official King Payne tried to help Denot. Something happened on the official King Payne panel. Denot got mad. Now we are here. I'm just giving you the backstory. One official King Payne subs cussed Denot out during the Larry Reid situation. Denot said Levantre was on the down low. They said Denot felt that official King Payne should have said something. Denot and Levantre went back and forth. They said Larry Reid accused Levantre is who Dante went back and forth with. They said this was after official King Payne did an interview with him, and it was the question time, and Denot goes up and accused Levantre of being down low. All right. Official King Payne sub got mad, mad, and be care every time Denot got up on the panel. It was always an argument. People accused Denot of acting like it was Clubhouse. All right. Denot did get in trouble impersonating a lawyer, though there are court records. I asked for the court records, and we did our own due diligence because Denot was accused and was charged with 6 counts of misrepresenting self as a lawyer. We got the updated on that article that the charges were dropped because Denot did a diversion program, so they dropped the charges out in Florida because he was accused of impersonating a lawyer, and he had got 6 counts. Due to the fact that he completed his diversion program, they dropped all counts. All right. And this was a warrant for Denot arrest. It was signed on December 20th, 2020, after courts investigators determined he have signed motions and other court documents impersonating a lawyer. All right. Then we did a little bit research on Denot because according to his Twitter profile, he is a professionally trained actor and aspiring executive producer. And he does stuff for content for social, audio, TV, and film. We did a little bit more research on him. Of course, he is a Jamaican, Canadian, American mix, was born in Florida. And he also is a southern town to the mother. He got his mother here. She's a professional CPA. His father owned multiple restaurants and bars throughout Florida. All right. So that's where his roots are. We can go on and on and on about his life, about his high school and all of that. He graduated high school in 2009, and then he moved to Los Angeles, California, when he began a new enlightening journey. All right. The first acting classes Denot took were with David. So they talk about his life. So as you know, he's trying to be an actor, trying to make it. And that's why he's in California. Now, that's where we at right now. That's where we at in this particular case. I personally feel as though how can I break this down? Okay. I understand. I get it. You use my content, I'm going to sue you. Now, this remind me when Armon Wiggins sued. I mean, no, Armon Wiggins was struck by Kaya, and Kaya sent him. Kaya YouTube took it down. Armon fought it, and then they said it told Kaya, okay, either you need to prove that this is your content, and you need to pretty much go to court. And if you get a court order, we will take the videos down. Kaya didn't do that. They reinstated it, and Armon took the videos down. In the community guidelines, if you get struck, you as the content creator, if you got struck, your channel got down, you can appeal it. And in the appealing process, then King Pain can respond, blah, blah, blah. And then YouTube like, okay, take this to court. If you take it to court, then we can bring it back. So that is the synopsis that I think that went on. Now, I'm going to drop the link for Denot. I hope I'm saying his name right. Excuse me. Because he want to come on and give his side. We reached out to King Pain. He said, quote, girl, he want to use you for your platform. But if it's relevant, we're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Denot is doing really good. I mean, he have 12,000 subscribers, getting a lot of views. Doesn't even matter about the subscribers. Who gives a darn? As long as you monetize, you make your money. You know what I mean? So who gives a darn about subscribers? All right. So I dropped the link in there. So if he want to come on and give his side of the story, he can. And y'all can send it to him as well. The link to come on. Also, I will send the link as well. Give me a second. I can just let me do this really quickly. Hold on. Do this. We also invited, King Pain on the air. He refuses to come on. And he hung up the phone. He got off the air. Like he hung up. So we did our job as a commentator. I did a little bit of research and I reached out to both parties. I said, let me reach out to Denot. Let me reach out to King Pain. Both of their numbers was on the court documents that was filed. And give me a second. I'm gonna hold on. I can just send the link. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I can just send. I'll text it to you. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna do that right now. Okay. All right. I can just text it. Oh, hold on. I don't want to do that. I want to go back to my email. All right. 1 second, you guys. All right. Let me do this. And he hung up. He said that, this is that. So we drop it in the link. Moderators, drop it in the link. Drop it in the chat, you guys. Moderators, drop the link in the chat. All right. My moderators, drop the link. Grab that and drop it. Okay. We dropped it multiple times in there as well. Okay. We dropped it multiple times. Moderators, drop it. We dropped it multiple times in the chat. Give me a sec, because I know it's members only, but I think the moderators can drop it as well. But give me 1 second. Drop it in there. Okay. Also, when you come on in the chat, make sure you like the video. Let me drop it again. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Is any of the moderators can drop it? Give me 1 second. Dropped it again. Okay. Also, if any other the moderators in here, drop the link as well. Okay. So, and I can text it. If you don't see it, maybe it's a glitch. So maybe you could just copy and paste it and put it in your URL. All right. Because maybe it's a glitch. Okay. So we send it. The link is there. All right. We dropped it in there. All right. There you go. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So, no, we're not bringing anybody on. No callers on for a second. This for Denot. I see you in the backstage. So we'll let you, we hold on 1 second. We'll bring you on, once we have a conversation, with the person that's on top. And then I will let the general public, call in. So give me 1 second. Let me drop this down. Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me move y'all pictures really quickly. All right, so we're here. So we have both, not both. We have you, brother, on the show. And like I said, King Pain, we reached out to him. he said to me that I thought you were suing him. He said, no, I'm suing him. And he said, quote, girl, he's using you to grow your platform. That is exactly what he said. So um, here we go. Welcome to the Wiley Show under these terms. I didn't know it was going to lead to a lawsuit. I just thought he just struck your channel and you got your channel back, going back live. But what happened? Like, are you shocked that he sued you, or you think it's fraudulent? Because I did see your tweet. You said to YouTube, you said, "Why do this criminal?" You tagged YouTube. You said more than 7 false copyright strikes were removed from my channel. My business was hurt for 2.5 weeks. Why does this criminal still have his channel? See DMCA section 512.
Yes. So let me first of all back up. Did I ask you for this? As a matter of fact, when my team told me you had this live, I was gonna go to a goddamn Twitter and be like, hey, what's up? And then that's when I seen your number, and that's when I started communicating with you. Both of us have these timestamps. I didn't know about this live stream. I didn't ask you for this. I didn't even tell you nothing about this lawsuit when you was on my platform the other day. So anybody saying that I want to use you for your platform is completely flawed. Number two, I was always wondering to myself, hey, maybe me being on his platform did something and this is why, yada, yada. But for me to come on a backup channel and in 5 days have over 10,000 watch hours and 1,300, in 4 days, 10,000 watch hours and 1,300 subscribers, that this person so-called exiled me and gave me the boot and stuff. No, people resonate with me and people like me. So that right there, that experience told me and made me reassured that I don't need to use nobody else for that platform. I got my own voice and my own opinion. We oftentimes talk about the same thing, but I have my own special sauce and special personality. Now, if I'm coming to your platform, I'm going to be respectful of you. If you want to be metaverse friends and stuff, I'm going to be respectful until you give me a reason not to and to do whatever. And nobody's exempt from being roasted. That's just what I say.
Yeah, because me personally, you are talented and gifted in what you do. And I don't understand. People keep talking about subscribers. That does not matter anymore. What matters is people watch you. So it's great that people followed you on your backup channel. And it was very impressive that you was getting those numbers up. And it's awesome. My first question, before we get into the lawsuit, I'm going to go back to the backstory of it. What went on between, why did you and King Payne fell out? Because people were saying that you were a fan of his on this panel and it just went left with Levantre. You accused him being on the down low. Is that true? Like, what happened between you and King Payne?
So, first of all, my introduction to, like, a Russian taught me YouTube. Like, I gave money to Russian, and one of the things is figuring out your niche and stuff. And it gave me, this software gave me a list of people that I should watch and interact with, you being one of them. And before I even took this course, you and I both have the fucking messages. Way back in the summer of last year, I hit you up and like, hey, I heard you was a YouTuber, yada, yada. That's when I first considered it, but I didn't take it serious until about last year, September or something like that, right? Whenever I started this channel. And so you being one of them, Contest TV, Armon Wiggins, King Payne, Sean David Way, it kind of like threw me in this
algorithm
sphere of content creators. So I was like, okay, let me listen to this. I know this shit got to work in 90 days or whatever the case may be. So I basically took a course, and a part of this course was finding niche and finding content creators that I should collaborate with and or compete against. And so that's how I came into this sector of YouTube. So I would watch people, yada, yada. And I seen that King Payne consistently had an open panel. And I was just like, well, I don't feel like going up to talk about celebrity. I don't know if you noticed, but like, even if it's the biggest, most viral news, if I feel like I don't have enough information, enough backstory to actually talk about it by myself without having a panel, I don't touch it. I wait till stuff build up. Like, that's why I don't talk about Tokyo Tony right now. I just need more information. I need to be convinced so that I can have conviction in everything that I'm saying. So that's how I work my platform. So one day he like every day he dropped a link and he did an interview with Levantre, and I was like, I was like, I heard this because I'm all around. I never really clicked the link, never really forming an opinion. I just never really even commented or anything. I was just like, I heard this. Let me go see what's up. And around this time, I was making my videos by Shanquella Robinson, Black Politics, and what we can talk about why I was charged with those 6 counts and stuff. This is the type of content that I was making before entering this sector. And so when Levontre did his interview, I had my own questions and thoughts and stuff. And King Payne usually, like, obviously, dropped the link and I went and gave my opinion. And because I gave my opinion, Levontre felt compelled to come back up and interact with me. So as a content creator, when somebody, a panel guest or whoever is able to do that for whatever reason, you really need to pay attention to that. That person is proven to be an asset to you. That's the way that I see it, because I just attracted the content back into the room, into the live, on the panel to deliver it. And therefore you have another 2-3 hours that you can stretch this material with thousands of more views. And ultimately you can meet your quote. So that's the way I processed it. But at the time, people didn't know me as a content creator, coming from a more hostile, more aggressive, more, in my honest opinion, advanced environment from Clubhouse when it comes to drama, beef, politics, polarizing conversations. There's nothing on YouTube that you guys can talk about that I haven't already talked about and discussed. And so I'm just transitioning to YouTube. So I did come here with a high, strong opinion about content creating. And I knew for a fact that if I would have went to the stage and said my opinion about Levontre, it was going to shake the whole live, because they were operating from an echo chamber. But what I didn't expect was him to come back and I was like, okay, this is cool. This is content. This is entertaining. I never took it serious. But what that did was, because I was in an environment that created the opposite echo chamber, and this narrative was going around for a substantial amount of time, I guess everybody already had their minds made up. And because I'm in this environment where everybody who having a difference of opinion than me, it was now, let's attack this guy. We don't know who the fuck he is. He's a problem. Let's get rid of him, just because I had a difference of opinion. And I wasn't upset with King Payne, because I, as a content creator, knew that, hey, now I'm the content, because now these people are coming up to target me, attack me, say what they got to say about me, as if I give a fuck. I'm like, I'm the content, and this is King Payne. He let me up. I appreciate it. And I know for a fact that I'm being the content. So, hey, if that's what has to happen to jump me into this sector of YouTube, then that's what's going to happen. So I never took any of that personal. But outside of that space, what happened was it created a domino to where these other group of content creators that I had a list of that I should watch and have been watching and interacting with, when I started, like, let me go ahead and interact, it was just like this echo chamber that was like, oh, he's a problem because he have a difference of opinion. It essentially blackballed me from Perry and Sherelle's space. They tried it with Conscious, and that's why I used to think Conscious was cool, because Conscious was like, I'm not going to do that. And so I had to fight against that. And because I had to fight against that, the first time people see me in my own space is they see me defending myself. And when I defend myself, I'm trolling with the truth. I'm honest. I'm going off. I'm just doing all this other stuff. And I know for a fact that it's entertaining to most people, not to everybody. So I'm like, okay, well, if this is what they want, and this is the aspect of me that has to be introduced to this section, then so be it, because I'm quite used to dealing with this stuff and doing this stuff, So what happened with me and King Payne was, I would still go back to this platform, and there's this bitch that was yelling and screaming. No. Then one day he shut his YouTube down and went over to Instagram. And I was on Instagram with him, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'm in Hollywood. Oh, I was like, okay, cool. Maybe we can link up, go for drinks, yada, 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 won't, and a don't. Because regardless of the thing, it's like, hey, if me coming on your panel or you share my live, if you have a service that charges for that, please let me know, because I don't ever want to put myself in a situation where you feel like I owe you something because you helped me. Don't do that. I'm a content creator, and it's valuable for me to be in your space and on your platform. I understand my value, even if other people did it and still don't. I don't give a fuck about that. I really don't. So when we was over on Instagram, planning to link up, because I'm going back home, I'm taking a break from school, all this other stuff, before I went on vacation, before we even fell out, he knew that, hey, I'm going to be back in LA this day. He knew the exact dates, everything, which is why him and everybody exactly targeted me and started attacking me the day I went on vacation, because he knew the exact date that I was going. So anyways, he let Michael S8, verbally sexually harassed me, and I didn't appreciate it. I was like, yo, bro, I'm chilling with you. You supposed to be my home. This ain't fun. This ain't content. I can understand if it's one thing on YouTube and you need the numbers and you need to preserve your live. Okay, yeah, whatever. But we're now in a small space where only 15 people are in this. Why? This is not content. So this is the way you are, because you let people attack me and stuff. I'm thinking you're doing that because you need the content, and I don't mind, because as a content creator, shit, I might do you the same way one day, and that's just what it is. But now we're in a smaller space, and you're allowing some sexually inappropriate comments and stuff to be made, and I'm telling yo, bro, chill. We just chilling. I'm not with this performative shit. I'm just chilling. I felt like I was chilling with my homie. Let's get to know each other. Let's link up. Yada yada yada. And after that, I was like, oh no, I'm not going back over there.
That was another viewer that did it, not King Payne. Did King Payne was doing that to you?
So it's this dude named Michael.
Okay. It's another guy. Okay.
So, but King Payne would make sidebar comments. But you got to understand, I've been in Hollywood. That shit like wore off of my sleeve. So I have a higher tolerance for explicit language towards me based on whoever perceives me to be attractive or not, and I don't say I'm used to it by now. Was there any comments? It wasn't like so in your face direct. It was just normal shit that I brush off every day, anyways. Then after that, I stopped going in space and I expressed it. I was like, I left quietly because I created a live. It's my space. I can create whatever. And I was like, you know what? This dude sexually harassed me. King Payne did. I'm done. I'm not going back over there. And I think he felt some type of way, because when I did go back over, somebody just threw me a membership. And I was like, how the hell did I get this crown? What is this? And I figured out later it was a membership. And then he was just throwing sidebar chat at me. And I knew he was talking about me. So I commented. He's like, what are you talking about? You got your own platform. He sounded so hurt. And like, I was like, oh my God, it's like, really? So I went up to his platform, and there's this chick named Dummy. I was trying to have an actual conversation with him. Like, yo, bro, I didn't appreciate that. And I was going to talk to him as a content creator, because we never really got on that level of, I'm a content creator that has my own mind and my own thoughts. His thing was, oh, this guy is interesting with a difference of opinion. I don't know who he is, but let me throw him under the lituation. I'm like, I'm actually more valuable than that. I never took that serious because I'm a content creator, right? And then after that, it's been downward. And then, so the content in which he struck was content where when I was cool with him, I would cover him. And so a lot of these content creators, what they do is, they like that as long as you're presenting yourself to be one of their yes man, they'll let you cover them and all of this stuff, and then they'll go to striking, and all of that shit is fake. And so his whole thing was, people are coming from my live streams over here, because you got to understand what I did to change the dynamics of this Jaguar saga. Jaguar and Guma got into it, and I saw an opportunity to be like, hey, there's content that people are sweeping under the rug and they don't see the value of it. And because he's the underdog, I can make him get on top, and me and him both can be building each other. And so that's what I decided to do, was collaborate with Goomba, because Jag was pushing false narratives against him. And when I did that, all of them, that's when they stopped. That's when they really started, oh, we're not going to shout him out in the chat. We're not going to do anything. So they were scared. And then the day I went on vacation is when all of this shit happened.
Yeah.
So,
So when you send me a DM about Armon, you need to get over it. I'm glad that you're experiencing in real time what Wiley have been experiencing. And I'm just glad letting you just echo it, because when you have a voice, you become a threat. They don't want to shut you out. They want to shut your page. That's why I never play other content creators' content, because soon as you go away and no longer sing their praises, they go strike. They did the same thing to Coffee City when she was praising Wiley and didn't like it. They start to strike her, and she no longer cover YouTubers. So I'm glad you explaining this, and now people are saying, "quote This is making sense." Now I want to ask you about, before we get to the lawsuit, I want to ask you about Conscious TV, because me and Conscious were cool. He was on Two Man and a Lady, a weekly show that we did, and Conscious reached 40,000 subscribers any acted brand new. So, so I want to know, where do y'all were? Because I thought y'all were cool. I'm like, and I saw like what you said this on your community wall. You said conscious TV, F your politics, get out of your feelings. The sky is my limit because I got no ceiling. So, what made you fall out with conscious TV?
So what made me, so first of all, conscious TV was the first like content creator that was on this, you know, this bubble that I was supposed to become a part of, and now I'm breaking free from it. Was the first one to say, you know what, we're not gonna bash. Like the thing is like if I'm in your chat, it's like so many. Boom. At first, I was like, maybe it's the graffiti background or whatever, and it was noticeable because what happens is people that was in King Pain, people that was they start, oh, he's a problem, get rid of him, block him, and all of that. And Conscious was like, no, we're not going to block Denot. We give everybody chances. And I was like, you know what, I actually like this because I'm having to combat all of this stuff, and these people have not even seen me in my own live or seen what I can do, what I talk about, no nothing. And so when Conscious did that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a liking to Conscious because Conscious vicariously defended me when he didn't know that I, you know, had to defend all of that stuff. And so from there, I don't know how it happened, but from there, somehow I don't know who exchanged phone numbers with who, but at the end of the day, like I told you about this list, there's content creators that I'm supposed to collaborate with or compete with. And so exchange numbers, and I instantly was talking about YouTube and my shape on YouTube, and kind of like asking for guidance on what to do, what not to do, who is who. And hey, you know, I think I fucked up over at Perry and Sherelle. I actually like Sherelle because I was on her channel. Then the next day, there's this audience panel person named Essence that got me blacklisted from over there. So I was like, damn. And Conscious was like, I know this person, this person. I was like, okay, cool. Well, let's collaborate. And whatever that collaboration looks like, we don't know. Only the future can tell. But right now, can you like get me in touch with these people so that they're not acting like this? Because at this time, I was acting like I was too like afraid to go out there and open my own live stream. And I was like, damn, I need to get on these people panels and yada, yada, yada. And so I was like all over the place because of this list. It wasn't because I want to fuck somebody or because I wanted a personal friendship or anything. It was just me implementing a strategy that I was taught and that I was told to use. And people conflated that as, oh, he's clout chasing. No, I mean, call it whatever you want, but I have an actual strategy here. And this is what I'm working out of and working through. And so with that said, Conscious was one of them. Would have a plethora of conversations with Conscious about me. Mine was about YouTube or my day-to-day. Nothing sexual, nothing too personal or anything. It's just and there was not for me, at least when it comes to too personal. And then so before, I'm gonna tell you, so because I was like in touch with Conscious, I was like, Conscious, I'm about to blow up on YouTube. This is at this time, this is when I probably had, like, this is before Goomba started coming over. So not very many people was paying attention to me. So I was thinking ahead because I already was utilizing this strategy. I was like, yo, Conscious, I'm about to blow up on YouTube. And when I do, these people are going to dox me on some fuck shit that I've already addressed and answered. So how about we do a live stream where I go ahead and put this out there to get ahead of it? How much do you charge? What do you charge? This was my initial interaction with Conscious TV. Let me see. Was like, let's do an exclusive to put this information out there so that I can get ahead of it. And that was my initial interaction with Conscious TV.
How long that was at? That was like a couple of months ago, correct?
No, I'm going up right now. I'm showing you. Okay. Perfect. All of this is between me and Conscious. So all of this is between me and Conscious.
Okay.
All of this.
All right.
So it's still going up.
Okay. So y'all had a communication, and when you brought it to him and said you will pay to get ahead of the story, what was his response? What was Conscious' response?
So the reason why I was like I would pay is because I had a budget. It was a part of my budget to do this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like I was like, you got a platform, you on this list. All these people that's watching you gonna eventually start watching me, vice versa. Hey, let's do this interview so I can get ahead of this, so I don't have to answer this. What's up? This is for
Okay, so because we have a person here, and I want to read this. They said Conscious did not want to get involved with him with all the stuff that you was into. They said Conscious never got back to him. Then stuff came. I think that you blame, this person is saying that you blame Conscious TV for not doing the interview, and they said Conscious TV said he doesn't owe you anything. So I'm glad for me.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted to correct that before we go off in the tangent. For me, to y'all saying Conscious and yada yada, but to me, it felt like because Conscious knew before I even spoke to Conscious about what was happening, the fake doxing, the fake narratives, the fake health briefs, Conscious already knew. So therefore, Conscious was in the bushes on YouTube, on other platforms. And so when I spoke to Conscious about it, it wasn't like, oh, I don't want to get involved. It's like, damn, I wonder how emotional is Denot going to react to this before I get involved. It was never like I never want to be involved. It's just about the right timing. Oh, I'm doing. And then when it first started happening, I was calling Conscious. I was like, damn, it's happening, but we were supposed to do this shit already.
All right.
So I'm calling Conscious. And while I'm hitting up Conscious and getting no reply at the time, all of this shit is happening. So Conscious is collecting all of this information, trying to figure out how far it's going to push me. Because when I do speak to Conscious, it's like a baby Dookie voice. Like, are you okay? Fuck yeah, I'm okay. I told you, let's get ahead of this shit. And now this shit is out here. Like I'm kind of tight because I came to you saying that I have a budget to do this so you won't say that I use your platform
for free.
For free. Thank you. So I don't owe you anything. If we got it in text messages that my initial thing was like, what's your what do you charge? So let's do this because this shit is gonna happen and I need a solid, more well-rounded platform to get ahead of this.
Yes.
So that all of this can be disputed, not by me, but by the fucking shit that's already there.
So why do you think, in your opinion, that Conscious said no? That he did not.
Conscious did not say no. In my opinion, Conscious is a communal narcissist. What communal narcissists do is they like to get close to you, like to take information about you, like all the personal shit, and then either use it against you or use it against you by making content out of it, or using it against you by looking at you down and out in some type of needy situation to then come in and present themselves as a savior, but it's a narcissistic trait. So it was never like I don't want to get involved. It was like, when is the most appropriate time? Oh, now you're desperate because all of this shit is out. Now we can go ahead and do it. That's the way I interpreted it. Okay. And even interpreting it that way, see, people think I go off and I be like, nigga, I have more fun than trolling than you. People think I'm stupid, dumb. No, I'm not. I'm very educated. I can have any conversation. So it read very narcissistic. Let me help you when you're desperate or in dire need to correct this shit.
And how I look at it, he didn't want to help you and push you further. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it, because when Conscious grew in numbers, he was different. So now that you having this experience, I said, he getting it now. And that's why when you experience this, I seen everything happen. I'm just watching. I said, he's going to understand what Wiley is going to, because he's going to experience it. Because when you jump on these different panels, it's all good once you get 10 people in your lives. Once you start getting their numbers and higher, they're going to be different. So now you're going to hear and you receive it and all of that. And that goes to every content creator. I don't care who it is. If you start doing better than them, they're going to turn against you. That just what it is. They're not going to say your name. My name is blocked in multiple chats. My name don't go into titles. And you know why? Not because they don't want me to get the clout. So you experience that because you with Conscious, you on their panels, you here with King Payne. Once you start growing and get popping, because I seen the numbers, I said, they're going to feel some type of way about that. And you're battling with all these forces, all because you just the hottest thing around in this tea sector. Like you're new and you're new and fresh. Now, that was a Conscious TV piece. Okay. Now, also with the AD2 piece, you also said,
wow. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me finish up the case. Let me finish it up.
We're Conscious. Okay, go ahead.
So, I despite all of that communal narcissism, I didn't mention it. I didn't say anything because it's the world we live in. What happened with Conscious TV was there's this guy that thought he can roast me and talk shit to me, and like I wasn't gonna come back for him. And Conscious picked the side, and then also in that same live stream, Conscious also expressed, like, I don't know if you guys can see it because you're the audience looking in, but like we have long text messages.
Yeah, long text messages.
I there are certain text messages and certain things that was said over the phone and certain things that was said on YouTube in front of y'all to where your interpretation is not the same of it as me. And I just felt like it was too predatory. I'm just being really honest about it.
Well, he take up for a predator. So it is what it is. So and I'm talking about Conj and Larry Reed. Both are predators. They take up for each other. And he get funding from a predator. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. And the reason why me and Conscious fell out is because I starting to uplift, just joking. Oh, this is my mentor. This is my pastor. And I started getting donations. And then Conscious felt some type of way. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then he was crying. See, this is why Wiley is a threat to people. I will put it in a comedic way. He was crying because Armon got invited and Storm was in Storm's apartment. He didn't get a seat at the table. What did he do? He cried and he ended the live. Now, you know, Conscious going to go live for about 10 hours. This particular live, he ended it within 40 minutes. He was hurt because he did not have a seat at the table. So all that boot licking and licking Larry Reed laddie pad, he invited your ops, Armon Wiggins. You know, but hey, that's him. But I'm glad you was able to clear that up. Now, I want to ask you said something about AD2. You said AD2 hiding behind a paywall, selling a lie, big A word, couch, potato, living off your mama. Okay, so what went on with you at 82?
So here's the thing, like, you gotta understand something. Coming from Clubhouse, like, people have built empires off of exploiting my name and my likeness, right? And so coming on YouTube, when I see that happen, I have to gauge people's intention. Like, if somebody put my name in the title in the live stream and I know that they're fucked up person, yada yada. No, I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But then if you present yourself to be cool with me, like, oh, we had a small issue and then it was settled, and then you're putting my name again and talking behind pay. I'm like, and I hear him. I was like, he created a live stream and I was sent it. I was like, yo, why you got my name in the title? What's up? I thought we cool. This is why I'm hitting you up about it. Like, if a bitch put my name in the title and I'm not cool with you, I don't give a fuck. Like, say that shit. Matter of fact, let me look at it to see if you funny or not, see if you even worth roasting and trolling back.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? So when he did that, he got slick out the mouth. I was like, bet. Because and he stated out of his own mouth, he said he like you because when you troll, you're funny and you're not hurtful. And when I troll, I make people angry and get under their skin. And yes, that's what I'm gonna do. And so and then
I'm glad. So as you bring it up, I want to say this. 82, number one, he has some serious allegations with.
Who the fuck is 82?
I'm talking about AT2. Y'all know. Y'all, he been on the show.
82. That nigga do look 82. That's his new
name. So Mr. A, the T, and the 2 was accused 82. of serious crimes dealing with children. So I made the conscious decision to distance myself because I said publicly and privately, I said, you have these serious allegations and you're going on this platform and you need to sue Sean David Way because he's accusing you of being a person that violate children. So that's a serious allegation. And then also, I seen how he turned against Monica. He was a huge fan of Monica All About the Tea on her panel, begging to go on her panel. And then it was a big fallout with the panel. He dragged Monica from All About the Tea and did a funeral for her. And so we did a whole funeral. So we did a show, Two Man and a Lady. And he said, I want to be on Two Man and a Lady. I never said yes because I knew how he did my friend and I know how he do people. And I never brought him on because he will befriend you for bigger numbers. And then once he see a downfall, you getting dragged, he will join in on the drag. So I said, can't deal with you. You one of those type of people. And you never know who Wiley knows. And I would sit here and act dumb and slow, like I don't know nothing. And I'm getting all this information and just watching how you move. And when he did that to you, I'm like, that's his character. If he feels like you have a downfall, he will drag you. That's what it is.
It's like, but he's like this bitch. I don't give a fuck if he have 1,000 people. It won't be 1,001 because I don't give a fuck. He is not even entertaining. He's not good. He has nothing going for himself at all. Like that's just my honest opinion. Number one, and number two, I firmly believe that it's trolling going bad, my nigga. If you want me on your platform and on your panel, then say that. Like, or if you're trying to present yourself as an op and I don't know you, pay the fucking fee. Like right. I already been to your panel. You've already talked shit to troll me on your panel. I'm not finna do that. You don't get that luxury anymore. Like I go where I want. And if I don't want to go there and you want to show, pay the motherfucking fee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what I want to say, because him and Shawnee Wago, he accused him of serious crimes. They actually said that he watches children getting on, that's all illegal. And I don't think that's great to be listening to that and not do anything about it, because that's serious. So I distanced myself from that. And then how he did Monica, I distanced, and I said he will never be on Two Man and the Lady because how he did so. And then when he did that to you, I'm like, that's his character. But I'm glad you see it. So moving on from there now, go ahead. I'm sorry. Do you want to add on to that? I'm sorry.
Well, I was wondering if you wanted to get to the HIV allegations.
Oh yeah, I had the list. So
okay, then go ahead.
Yeah, because they were saying that you were evicted. You had a lawsuit with the AIDS Foundation. That you were sued, and I was like, oh okay. And I posed the question. I said, wait, do he have that, or do he not? And then people said you denied it. Then they were saying Sean Davy Wade interviewed your ex boyfriend, and they put the allegation that you are positive. And I said, okay. I don't want to believe no ex, because how do we know that's his ex? Because we don't see no visual. This is all audio. So now we're here today. Do you have it? And if you want to disclose, that's up to your business. And what happened with the eviction with the AIDS Foundation?
Okay. First of all, any of my exes, they have shit to lose. They have jobs, careers, families, and a lot of stuff to lose. I highly doubt anybody would be able to even get in touch with any of my exes. As a matter of fact, I typically don't put out my personal private pictures with my intimate partners, whether they're guys or girls. That's just my status quo. I posted food, but not the date. That's number one about an ex. So that's fake content. That's fake news. That's pump faking. And whoever listened to that, do me a favor. Don't ever come and listen to me and believe whatever you want to believe. Mm-hmm. So that's number one. Number two, I do not have HIV/AIDS. Since the filing and the pursuit of litigation of that particular lawsuit, I believe it was in 2018. I have taken I've taken at least 7, 8 HIV/AIDS tests. Never tested positive, not even a fake positive, none of that. Mm-hmm. I don't have no HIV, I don't have AIDS, I don't have no STDs or anything like that. I'm a very clean person. I'm a very direct person, especially when it comes to sexual health. All of that is fake content. Punt faking, right? As a matter of fact, I actually self-doxed myself and showed 3 years worth of HIV/AIDS STI tests, and all of it said negative. I did that here on YouTube, and then I deleted it because I have friends that's living with that and are emotional about that, and said that nobody should have to go the length of self-doxing themselves just because somebody else is calling them out on sexual health, because they're not fucking you. So I felt bad. Sure. And I felt like I was doing the HIV/AIDS community a disservice by having to put that out there, because just imagine if somebody do have it and I'm this person who has influence and they say, well, Denot put out his test results, why can't you? And that person don't want anybody to know. You never know where somebody's mind is. So I have to be socially responsible. But any day I prioritize sexual health. I encourage every Black person to know your status, know your results. Go get tested. Go get tested every 3 months, every 6 months, whatever the case may be. Go and get tested. Know your stats, know your results. Absolutely. And it's funny how it's 2 gay men who take more dick up the booty than anybody put those allegations on me. David Wade looked like he lost over 50 pounds in the matter of 3 months. You look like you got AIDS. Officer Dust Mike King Paint, he is dry, dehydrated, ashy mouth, ashy lips.
And we
You
don't.
look like you
I
got
want to say
AIDS.
this. I don't know if they have it or not, but I've been
They
accused.
look like it.
Okay, yeah. Just your opinion. I want to say they accused me of vicious crimes. I mean, King Pain did 15-part series, and I'm on the list and all that. But I will tell you this. And then that's how we found out that his name was Michael and his last name, whatever. We served him with a cease and desist, and we was this close. And then we did find out the brother ain't got that much money like that.
No,
so
like broke as fuck. He
so
got
he's
to
broke.
pay me $80 every month in child support. If he
Was broke. So so I want to dive. So you get in there, they accuse you. It is what it is. If you want to believe it, baby, believe it. Who cares? But I want to dive now. What's relevant today with these court documents that came out that it was filed, I believe, back in March the 30th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because on the court documents, and it's all public. So he sued, King Pain sued. It was filed on March 30th, 2023. But then we also got some court documents that King Pain tried to play broke, that he only made $2,800. But I do remember King Pain saying, I have multiple Airbnbs, you know what I'm saying? So how are you getting all this revenue from Airbnbs and you only make $2,800? That's okay. So why did he sue you? And what is the update on that, suing you in federal court?
All right. So I actually, if you check the files, it's a document. I actually loaded it, so I'm gonna talk about that. So King Pain sued me in federal court because he is so jealous and so evil to where he felt like he was going to wash me and end my YouTube career. Not only did he not want my platform going, he wanted my name going because he's that envious of me, right? So when you file copyright, and I'm gonna tell you,
he sent you 6 strikes. He sent you. I don't want to that. He struck. I think it was 6 on the court documents.
But he put out more. He put a total of 9 strikes on my channel.
Okay, right? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And so, so in doing that, what happened was, So the reason he did it is because when people copyright strike you, there's a process. So they copyright strike you, and then basically they check a box saying that they declare under the penalty of perjury that it's legit, right? So even when YouTube has sued content creators, and I can pull that up for you. And then that content creator's defense was, I thought it was fair use. And YouTube was like, no, this behavior is excessive. You know it wasn't fair use. You're hurting our platform. And so it's a crime when you copyright strike somebody and say under the penalty of perjury that, number one, you own a valid copyright and that is not frivolous. And number two, that is beyond the scope of fair use. So in doing that, YouTube is like real niggas. They shoot first and ask questions later. Let's be clear. And so there's a process where you get the counter notifications. So you send a counter, you have to wait 10 days. He was waiting to respond to those, to drag out time and all of that stuff. Right. And within the 10 days, YouTube says if this person does not file a lawsuit or have a court order, then we'll reinstate it. So he was that adamant about getting rid of me on the YouTube streets to the point to where he actually he left LA because, first of all, he didn't want me to know where he lived at in Los Angeles because I was going to show up at his house. No questions asked. I was going to show up at his house with my camera out and we were going to be live on YouTube or Discord or somewhere. Y'all was going to get the content because I was going to beat his motherfucking eyes out for playing with me. And so he drove all the way up to the Bay Area and used some fake address and filed the fake ass lawsuit up there. What I mean by fake is it's just unintelligible. It's broad. It's boilerplate allegations, right? In order for you to bring a felony copyright infringement, you need the Department of Justice to do that because that's a crime. So you meant civil copyright infringement. And ever since 2019 in Fourth Estate versus Wall Street, the United States Supreme Court stated that you must own a valid copyright before bringing about a copyright infringement lawsuit. So it's frivolous. The court don't even have jurisdiction. And it takes about 4 to 6 to 10 months to get a copyright registration from the Copyright Office. Like you can go and copyright it and get a case number, but you're going to have to wait about 10 months to actually get that registration. So that's number one. He don't have that. So even if he's 100% right, The court has no jurisdiction because he has no registered copyright. He needs to file. He needs the copyright before commencement of litigation. So even if this case goes on 6 months later and he get a registered copyright, well, the date that copyright is going to be post dated after you filed the lawsuit. So now your case is going to be dismissed without prejudice, so that you can refile it. And that way your copyright is predated before you filed the lawsuit. I know all of this, and I'm pretty sure you've seen me actually battle corporate attorneys for a substantial amount of time. And I was telling King Payne, I was telling him all of this. I was like, you don't have a valid copyright. What are you doing? This is fair use. What are you doing? Oh, your image, this is fair use. Here's the case. What are you doing? And every time I tried to like communicate with them and be like, yo, listen, you're wasting your time. You're going to lose your platform in the end. And it just seems like he got more and more torturous. And he don't realize that once the court dismissed that lawsuit, I'm going to have my attorney to come in and contact YouTube legal department. He's going to be out of here. And I'm going to sue him, David Way and Jaguar, for defamation. I got all of the receipts of them saying I got HIV AIDS. I screenshotted everything in David Way, made a call, got rid of his Patreon like that. And I didn't get rid of dust mites because I feel like there's more real estate. But you keep on digging and poking, I'm going to get rid of Stationhead. I'm going to get rid of all of that platforms.
Who represent King Payne? He represent himself in it, or do he have an attorney, or y'all both representing yourself?
Yeah, he's representing himself, and he's representing himself. You are allowed to represent yourself.
Yes, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
That segue into another portion of the conversation.
Okay.
I did a whole video about it, about me facing the 6 counts of practicing law without a license, where if you go in Highlands County Sheriff's Office and get the actual police report, which is public record now, you will see that in that police report, it specifically states that Denot Ricketts signed probate estate documents on behalf of himself and my mother and all of them. We was involved. So this is a lot of mix and matching of paperwork and co-conspiracy from the court, which is a system of white supremacy, in conjunction with the police officers. So the police officers, upon information and belief, did something to my sister, and my sister was unalive. And I found, and I was going to do anything and everything necessary to avenge my sister's untimely demise, right? And one of those things was holding the police and everybody accountable for negligence in their possible involvement in filing subpoenas and getting subpoenas to get more information. So when I subpoenaed the sheriff's department and got a piece of information that alluded that the police department was a part of did something to my sister, hence Ronald Green. They said he died in a single car accident and the police is the one who killed him. And hence my sister died in a single car accident, no witnesses. And every one of the witnesses was either a police, a school board employee, or somebody who's running for mayor. Those are third-degree relationships with the police department. So my family and us, we know that the police killed my sister, and I went after them in the court, and they all conspired against me. And so I don't have any records. I don't have a criminal record. Been arrested plethora of times. Do I have a record? Absolutely not. So because I don't have a record, they have this diversion program in Florida that says that if you're a first-time felony offender, they can refer that to you. And because I don't have a criminal record, they knew they was going to lose the case, because everything that I'm saying to you, I was going to say in front of the jury. I was contacting the mayor, contacting Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. I was contacting people to build, to like, y'all ain't finna try me like this. Mm-hmm. And so it was a co-conspiracy because I try to protect my sister. And ask me, will I do it again? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't regret it. I'll absolutely do it again because I know that I did nothing wrong. And you can represent a probate estate. What they didn't know and what they didn't expect was I was going to be a paperwork gangster and make them have to drop that shit. So this whole diversion, I guess that they was like, oh, do this because legally this is what it is. But there was that backdoor way of dropping it by saying, hey, we still got you to do something. And that diversion, which is public record, was basically to pay $350 and the case was dismissed. And that's public record.
Okay. So why you don't go, before we get more into King Payne, to law school? If you know how to do these things, why you don't just go to law school and get a law license?
I'm glad you say that, because in the state of California, you can study to become a lawyer rather through your own cases and having some attorney sign off on it for 4 years before you take the bar. I have about 3 years of service hours and stuff that don't expire for the next 10 years. Well, in this case, for the next 7 years. It don't expire. So all I need is another year before I do that. But I don't want to do it because you're taking a sworn oath of office to be a part of what I consider a system that is not for me. And a lot of lawyers, they really don't have the freedom of challenging the system like that, or they can be penalized with jail, fines, imprisonment, all this other type of stuff. And I've been considering it, but right now I'm just like, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I got 7 more years to fight my own case. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to my copyright attorney friend, who is Stephen Lowe, who is the #1 copyright attorney in the nation, office in Beverly Hills. I'm going to show him what King Payne is doing, and we're going to laugh and say, this nigga don't even have a copyright registration and he's broke. And I'm going to get more hours accumulated towards me becoming a lawyer, because I am literally practicing law, working in a law firm, or doing something on my own behalf, practicing law on my own behalf, that is. So it's just,
and it's good that you got some knowledge. With this case, what is the next step? It was filed. Are y'all going to jury? When are y'all going to be in front of the judge?
So with this, King Payne is not going to make it past the magistrate.
Oh, okay. So it's with break that down, because I don't know. So because you broke down your channel, so to the people that are brand new to you, break that down to the people that are watching.
So when you're in pro se, which is representing yourself without a lawyer, rather he paid the $402 or not, he still has to go through the technical aspects of what it means to have a pleading and a complaint. So if you look at King Payne's filing of a lawsuit, it's on generic papers. So he doesn't have to go through the rules and the regulations and the federal court rules when it comes down to pleadings and stuff. But there's nothing there in the complaint he filed. So what's going to happen is, at worst, the magistrates basically, I filed the motion to strike his motion to proceed without paying court fees by telling the judge, yes, on this paper, he says he makes $1,800 as a barber, but he's committing perjury because he didn't count his YouTube check, which YouTube give you a W-2 for. He didn't count his cash outs, PayPal, and all of this stuff. He didn't do any of that. So I asked the court to actually investigate him and hit him with perjury. And so the court got that on April the 17th, and there was a court ruling just issued 4 days ago that basically the judge basically acknowledges my motion to strike without acknowledging it by saying that you're going to have to pay these fees. But I wanted them to acknowledge that he committed perjury. And so they're showing him grace and leniency, even though, and I know how to read court documents. I know these judges, their temperament, how they think and everything. And at the bottom of the first page of the document, you have it right there. You can use, the judge says, although we sympathize because you broke and can't afford legal fees, you're going to have to balance paying for regular life and paying for this court case, because you're going to have to pay us this money. Basically, that's what the court said to him.
So pretty much like a payment plan.
So it's a payment plan. So Officer Dustmite has to pay $80, since that's my son, or since I'm his son, allegedly, he has to pay $80 every month in child support to the federal court for the next 5 months. Or if he missed one payment, if you make a late payment, if it's on the 16th, I don't give a fuck if you had to go to the hospital. I'm filing a motion to dismiss because you paid late and it wasn't on time. And then on top of that, the court is going to throw it out either way because they don't have any jurisdiction. And once the court files and get that dismissal, YouTube is going to take his platform because he violated the Copyright Acts under Section 28 USC Section 512F. That's the DMC Copyright Act, the takedown notices, where he's signing these documents under the penalty of perjury. YouTube have sued people for that, and they're finna take his platform, and I hope they sue him.
Yeah, so I see. Wow. So when is you got the answer on that? So when is the next step? Do y'all have a court date, a next hearing, or no?
So no, my motion to strike his motion to proceed without paying court fees was supposed to be on Tuesday, because it is past midnight. And then they're gonna take that off the calendar because the judge has already made a ruling on the motion to proceed without paying fees by saying you're gonna have to pay this. Your first payment got to come before the 15th. You got 5 months, and if you late, we subject to dismiss this. So if he's late and I get a court stamp on the paper on the document saying he's late, what he do after that is done. So
what if he's not late? Then what?
What if he's not late, or if he go ahead and pay the $400? I'd be happy because at this point he's just buying himself time. his platform is already gone in my mind. It's
Okay.
already gone because see, I know how this stuff go, and he's so freaking dumb. He can't even fathom thinking about what he's doing and the harm he's doing to himself. And as I continue to try to tell him that, he just took it as like it was some game, like he used it as content, or
Yeah.
like
So
he's begging.
because now this is like literally a court battle. Have anybody like Armon or anybody reaching out to you regarding this? Because them two did fall out. This is public record. I'm not surprised why a lot of content creators not talking about it. We're talking about it once it came, the case number, and I was able to see that, okay, this is real, you know. So have they reached out to you to end this or no? Who, if anybody reached out at other content creators to say, hey, let's bring you on the platform to talk about your story with this lawsuit?
So, like I said, Conscious TV, we were supposed to do the exclusive about the docs and shit, that about my basically my public information and who I am, yada yada, to be ahead of that shit. That shit happened. And so because that shit happened, Conscious knew that there was a lot of steam around my name and that my platform was taken down and I was unable to go live. So Conscious was like, okay, let's, I created the title, the thumbnail, that title, the thumbnail, all of that is my shit. I created all of that, even down from putting the donut emoji in the chat. That's all me. And I was like, Conscious, use this. This is the title. This is the thumbnail. It's gonna go viral, and it did. So Conscious was the one who, because I like whenever like court documents and stuff come up, there's select content creators. I send it to them. Like, you want to cover it, cover it. I sent it to Sherelle. I sent it to Pear. I sent it to Conscious. I sent it to Tony the Closer. I did not send the actual court document to Armon. I did not talk to Armon about him actually suing. The last conversation I had about KP with Armon was that he put false strikes on my channel. So Armon is not aware that a lawsuit was filed in the litigation. So no.
As I know he's aware now. Oh, this is, I'm learning from this. Is sad because I did know about this when Armon's channel was struck by Kaya, and they were talking about how you have to go to court, blah 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 blah. And so I didn't know about this, but this is like the first time I'm seeing like two content creators go back and forth talking about, the copyright material and that you have ownership and about fair use and all of this. So I'm quite interested to know where this going to
I battle. Well, I battled Hollywood executives by copyright infringement in court for 2.5 years. So like, why would you take me to court when
I don't think he did his research? I don't think he personally did his research on you and all that. Because when I read the file, I'm like, this brother was filing motions and all. Like, it's in the article. Like, do you actually filing motion? They don't like that when you black. If you was a white boy, they probably would have gave you a medal. Like, congratulations, but you're black, filing motions and do all of that. So you're a threat to the system. I want to ask you this: is there any resolving if King Payne were to call you today? Would you settle and be like, okay, with this water on the bridge, or you will continue with your legal lawsuits against him for defamation and for the wrongful filing all these copyrights? So if he call you, are you cool with him and say it's water on the bridge or no?
Well, technically, there's only one lawsuit right now. That's the lawsuit he has against me. And it's not going to be water under the bridge because you can talk about my deceased relatives. I just shared my tears. We put away my people beautifully. That doesn't hurt me. You can't hurt me on something from my past. That's why it's my past. You can't hurt me on it. And we can unpack that a little bit after this, but let me finish this statement. But the minute you as a black person, and I just had this, me and Whack 100 just got into it privately, like about the same shit. As a black person, if you're presenting yourself as a fucking gatekeeper, I don't want shit to do with you. I don't give a fuck who you know, what you got. You cannot control me and tell me what the fuck to do. If that's your MO, or what I mean by if that's your actual MO, get the fuck away from me. And I do know that there's a hierarchy, but you don't leave at that. I don't give a fuck what you got, who you got, what. I don't care. So when black people present themselves to be gatekeepers of other black people, I have a deep issue with that. And that's the only thing that has greatly offended me on these YouTube streets, that a black person can try to silence another black person using a white man's system to do it, all because you don't like what they got to say instead of being a man to be able to speak up for yourself. King Payne cannot speak for himself without a tribe of women around him that don't even like him. Let's be clear. They don't even like him. They're only around him because it's a guilty pleasure, because he's a flamboyant, flaming queen. They don't like him. They control his platform. They get a kick off of doing that. And he don't understand that. And he don't see that. All of these women from the Discord, they don't like him. They don't know what's best for him. And I came to him as a brother. So if I come to you as a brother and you show me that you're going to try to unalive me in the metaverse or do something substantially to interfere with my freedom, expression, finances, there's no going back from that. You can talk all of this HIV, AIDS. No. So technically, me and him defaming me and him putting these fake copyrights and me suing him for that, because it's going to happen, is retaliation for him trying to get me out of there. But even though it's retaliation, I have plausible claims against him for defamation and for violating the Copyright Act and everything like that. These are actual claims. It's almost like Cardi B. I don't like what Tasha K is saying. She didn't ran her mouth and said a million things about me, but now we got to go figure out the 3-4 things that we actually can sue you about. And that's how it goes. So I can actually sue you about those things. And I'm going to. I have a year from the 30th. And I have a whole video. I have a year to do it. So in my mind, King Payne's platform is already gone. Sean Davis is gone. And Jaguars is gone.
Yeah, I her, and she really don't care because she's sending somebody to jail, a jail cell. For me, I understand, and like King Payne, you know what I'm saying. He know his weakness. He cannot do a show by himself. That is a weakness for him. He can't do it. He can't pull an audience by himself. So he need a team of people to pull the show. Let's be clear. He cannot do a 2, 3, 4, 5 hour show by himself. He need a team of people. And that's one of the things here. Thank you to one of my producers, why Armon and him were going back and forth, because he allowed, quote, the women on his platform to criticize Armon Wiggins. And his silence was approval of that, even though he didn't say anything negative about Armon, but he allowed the viewers to spew this against him. So that's his MO. That's his strategy. You can do a show by yourself. I've seen you do a show by yourself. I've seen you entertain by yourself, but King Payne is just not that type of person. He needs Jaguar right. He needs people around him so they can talk to get an audience. He cannot do a show by himself. And
here, girl.
Yeah, so I see that. And then when I got your information about this situation, they were talking about HIV and all that. I didn't care because it's people that are living great lives with HIV. You know what I'm saying? I've taken care of patients that had it for decades. And it's not if you take your meds and you are going to the doctor regularly, you can live a successful life. I've had partners that were positive and I'm still negative. So it does not matter. Like, it's 2023, girl. Like, it's so much medicine. And some even look more healthier than people that quote unquote is, you know what I'm saying, negative. So I didn't like that of them coming at you, but I see that you're understanding how this YouTube game are run. They are okay. You said something so clear, like that was an aha moment. You said, as long as I'm your yes man, you cool with me. But as soon as I'm not your yes man, it's a problem. I gotta strike you, or I block your name out of the chat. No promotion of other content creators. You're all good and all that, and you see it. And the higher you go up, the more they bring it up. I did the library situation. I don't care how many times we talk about it. The higher I go up, the more they still gonna talk about it. It's been paid.
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody sent that to me.
So you know, they're gonna keep doing it. Who cares?
And I felt like you addressed that already. I was like,
it's a multiple time, and it's been paid.
I ain't even gonna lie. I roast you.
So it's a part of, you know what I'm saying? It's a part of this social media game. My mother said something so dear to me when we interviewed her. She said this quote. She said, "You got to learn how to get out of people in this business. They're gonna lie, and if you can't lie to people, you need to clock out, shut it down, because the higher you go up, the more they're going to talk about you. That's the game. You in the lane of court of public opinion. The public will always have an opinion about you. But I'm glad you're clearing this up. Very educated. I don't know who told you that you're dumb, because you far from that. You're very skillful in knowing the law, and I think all African Americans need to study law, even if you're not a lawyer.
All of them.
All of them. You know, you need to read and get more. So that educated that gave me something. I'm like, okay, brother, I'm gonna hit you in your DM, like what books I should read or what, who, you know what I mean? Because I just love the fact that when you in that courtroom, you understand the language. Because when I was accused of a crime, when I did the library, I didn't understand the laws. I didn't know nothing. I just paid my lawyer and he did what he did.
But you did that. Let's be
So,
fair.
so I did the crime, so I didn't know like all this. You could use mental health, blah blah blah. But it was great. I was my first offense, and we paid back the library thanks to the subscribers. We was at 5,000, and they paid the 30. We raised almost 30 grand and paid it back to the state of hell. We even paid it back so early. We got off probation early. Now I will tell you this: Google is your friend, because I just Googled like, can you get off probation early? They said yes, if you complete everything, all the programs, all your community service hours, you can file a motion to get off early. And we called the lawyer. Like, I didn't even have to go to the courtroom, so I understand. So I'm glad that you're clear in there, and in about a couple more years you can get it wiped off your record. So I am not a convicted felon, so I love that us as African Americans, we have to do more reading about the law and not depending on lawyers to know everything, because when you not know, that's how you can get used and abused. You know what I mean? So my last question for you is, what is the next step? Because you're on YouTube, you took a course. Mm-hmm. What is the next step? Are you going to get in a movie? Are you going to producing, acting? Because I know you're inspired in acting. What's the update on that? Are you abandoning that now, or you a full-time YouTube content creator?
Well, as you can see, this camera that you see me on is one of 3 cameras. I have 3 cameras.
Okay.
These are Hollywood cameras. I have my own production company. All American was stolen. Excuse me. I had to litigate a lawsuit behind my creation, independent creation, in the producers and incorporation with All American. And I felt like, we had to settle it. It was settled out of court. So there's no, they didn't steal it. They did steal it. So it's a settlement. We both decided to walk away from the situation. So you guys can read between the lines. And that's the only thing I'm technically able to say. And I felt like if I created something so compelling for people that's been doing something since before I was born, to be compelled to look into it and to pay attention to it, it's a backhanded compliment. So why would I stop being me and stop doing what I'm passionate about? So as I told everybody, YouTube is an outlet. It's a way for me to get back in front of the camera. It's a way for me to figure it out. And right now, like, I still feel like rough around the edges, cussing people out and shit, having fun and not taking it as serious as I probably should, especially wanting to navigate and move into those different spaces. There's a lot of YouTubers got endorsement deals. There's a lot with the record companies to
make millions. Yeah.
Make millions. There's a lot of them that get invited to these parties that go into YouTube, go into the movies and stuff like that. So my whole objective right now is to continue to build and balance the socioeconomic benefits of being a YouTuber with everything else that I have going on. Now, I do have a full-time job. I am in school. I got a lot going on, like really. But I still try to make time to be consistent on YouTube, because ultimately I wouldn't be going to school if I didn't want to continue to be in entertainment. So that's just what it is. So I'm here on YouTube. Aiming for the moon, and hopefully I land amongst the stars. But that should not stifle my opinion or anything. It's never going to stifle my opinion. And whatever a career in Hollywood looks like for me is what it's going to be. I figure since Monique was able to continue after she had a situation with Netflix, why can't I? I figure like all of this public information about me, people just looking at it on its face, can think the worst about me as a black man. It's just more character arch, gives me more of a story. Like I came over here and we're talking about stuff in the public domain, and there's more that you can unpack and probably question and stuff. And knowing your goddamn ass, you probably actually just do that. But like, I was gonna pay conscious to do this, and now I'm just here with you, and you got your subscribers, membership, but I don't care. Like I want
Yeah,
to talk
because
about different aspects.
the reason why I don't work with a lot of people, because if you're trying to be in a clique, it's like high school, they're not going to receive you. You was over there with Wiley. So I say no to a lot of people, not because no, I don't want to do it. No, that I don't want you to get dragged for being on Wiley's platform. I've had people that worked over on Conscious Show, and they got dragged because it was over here. So I say no to a lot. I say, you know what? I just do my show by myself, not trying to work with other people, because I know when you're trying to work with these other group of content creators, quote unquote, the popular girls, they're not going to receive you over there at that table because you sat with Wiley. So you're learning that because of your personality, you're becoming that. You're difficult to work with. Oh, you're this and this and blah blah blah. So yes, but I'm glad that you came out and you told your story, and I talked about it, but I wanted to make sure that I get the court documents, and I'm going to let me know about the hearings. I might fly in to come there and see that, because this is great content. This is more entertaining than Tory Lanez, to be honest.
Listen, King Payne is never going to even get to the district court judge.
So he said he's not going to get past the magistrate part.
He's not. They don't even want to see him. They're gonna be like, "Oh, we don't need to hear for this." I promise you. So, I want to say, Ali TV, I've seen a plethora of your comments and all of this other stuff, and I hope I've answered a lot of your speculation and allegations. It seems like you're dead set on pushing a narrative against me. I'm not gonna block you. I'm just gonna correct you. And I think I've done a great job. But I do want to correct you. You say, "Oh, he stayed with the court case." Well, I don't have any court cases out against me right now. Excuse me, I don't have any of my own court cases out right now. I have not filed any new court cases or anything like that in over 2.5 years. The court case that's against me, I'm a defendant. Anybody can be made a defendant in any situation, the same way anybody can represent themselves in court. But that's not my doing. Like, if you have a problem with me having a court case, then maybe you should talk to that person, because for me, this is a sport to me. Yeah. I'm gonna have so much fun with him.
Yeah, because you actually know, like, the legal proceeding, like the knowledge, and you say that you in school, I mean, for this, or working on a lawyer or a law firm. So, and I found that out through Kim Kardashian. Like, you can go and get hours to come and take the bar, because she took the baby bar and failed. I don't think you will fail. I would be shocked if you fail the baby bar, or you fail the practice test, or I believe you're going to be successful. And we need more African-American attorneys in this system. We need more judges. We need more prosecutors. We need more people in the system.
KLE, I am definitely going to continue to wear a crown, because I feel like I'm a king. You should feel like a king yourself too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because the people say you stole that from King Payne, but I'm like, he don't have ownership of a crown.
And then on top of that, it all started as a troll that I was like, I feel like a king, And then when I say my, or start swatting the cicadas, they call me Denot, right? I'm like, well, bitch, if I'm a net, you a cicada.
I think this is really good for YouTube. It's good for your numbers. Did he silence you? Is he still mentioning your name on YouTube? What's the update on that? Oh, you don't watch him.
Well, the thing is, he's embarrassed because because there was two things going on with me. Number one, my moderator's been told me to start a backup channel, and never in my life did I think that I would start a channel with nothing's outside and get over fucking 10,000 views on the fucking first. That's unheard of. Like, and I'm just like, it's just personality. Wasn't really covering the celebrity or anything. It's just YouTube shit. YouTube.
Yeah. So, because YouTube is, in some cases, we're more entertaining than the celebrities, and my higher numbers when I'm talking about YouTubers. There's no shade, and that's why I talk about them, because it's the highest of the numbers is of the YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But this is great. I think more YouTubers are going to cover this case because you was on the Wiley Show. A lot of them didn't know that this was going on, but they know now because I sent it to some other people as well.
You see that document? I can send you that document. That's the latest document.
Okay, yeah. Make sure you send it to me because, like I said, we're gonna do a deep dive because we have a lawyer that follow us on YouTube. I've sent her over some documents and stuff like that. So whenever she can open up her schedule, we're gonna dive in it for our members to talk about it over there on Zoom, and we're gonna break down. She's gonna give her legal perspective of that. And this is the
Yeah, I
lesson.
would like to join. I would like to join because
I'll see you when she come. I will give you the information because I have your number. I didn't even know if that was your number or not. I knew it was King Beck.
That's not my number. That's not my number. That's not my actual number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I went and reached out to King Pay. He actually answered. He was like, he was really upset that I called him, but I saw he was very shocked, and he said, "He just wants your platform." Blah 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 blah. I said, "I don't care nothing about that. Answer about the lawsuit. Like, what's the tea?"
No,
and
he want my platform. Like he want my platform. Let's be clear.
Okay.
That's what all this is about. The tea is he tried to do some shit to usurp YouTube system to make sure that he got rid of me, and it didn't work. Even with the filing of the lawsuit, YouTube reversed all of that shit because YouTube is not dumb. They see that it's bullshit.
Wow. Well,
they just wait for that case to be dismissed. You up out of there for me.
So that is true. Like if you get a judgment, it is dismissed, and that it was fraudulent perjury, he can use his channel. So that is true.
And yes, and YouTube can also sue him, and I can also sue him for abusing it and for lost wages, all of that shit, all of this stuff, these motives and all of this conspiracy. Actually, I'm probably, because I have clips and evidence of Dookie Wade, Jaguar, and him saying that they all conspired to do it. I probably sued him for co-conspiracy under the Civil Rights Act too. I'm hitting them bitches with so many emotions, and guess what? They don't. Just hope and pray that you don't get in default, and hope and pray you know how to file pleadings, because I'm gonna file a motion to strike your shit if you don't know what you're doing.
Oh wow! I didn't know, because I thought, like, since King Pay is the plaintiff, I thought then when somebody said he couldn't hardly pay that, he needed a payment plan. I'm like, oh, he must be representing himself. So, wow, you can represent it because you actually got the knowledge, to do it.
Listen, I battled corporate attorneys. That would, if any reasonable attorney go and look at the attorneys that I fought and how long the case was going, they'd be like, listen, I don't even want this headache. Like,
thank you. Let everybody know where they can find you at, because like I said, you came on my radar maybe about a month or two ago.
Really?
Like, yeah, because when you sent it to me, I didn't know, like on my radar, like in my timeline, like maybe like I would say about 2 months ago. Because like I said, I don't watch Conscious anymore. Definitely don't watch Kingpin. That's a snooze fest.
It is. Oh my god.
I don't watch, but when you went back to the DM, like, oh, we did talk about an interview. So I don't know if you had a beef or something. I don't know, because like I'm not a club. I think, and I heard that you're very active on Clubhouse. And
then they were saying, not on Clubhouse anymore. I'm not.
Okay, so you're down with that, because someone told me that you fell out with Whack 100. You can't be trusted, and a viewer of mine said you fall out with people for clicks and views. And
listen to me. I hit you up on June 13, 2022. And I told you I'm the biggest reality star on Clubhouse. I like to do an interview with you on your YouTube channel. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's how it happened.
I listen, and let me show you something. I can show you tech, like you can't see it, so I'm gonna just stroll up. Yeah, this right here is from between me and Wack, between.
Oh, okay. So y'all still communicate. Okay.
Wack is a grandstand, bro. Wack is like what he from and what he do. And given that he has that old, I'm not saying now because I don't want to get people caught up, that old gang mentality. It's just his whole MO is, I need to have power and control over this situation and this person. Wack would tell you that his problem with me is can't nobody control me. He would tell you that in all but so many different ways. But like, here's like if you was on Clubhouse, the nigga's flat out can't nobody control the night. I can't stand that nigga. I don't know why I fuck with him. His whole thing is he needs to control people, and you cannot control me. I don't care what you got or what type of opportunity you may or may not be able to present to me. I don't want none of this shit.
Yeah. What's your sign? What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. So I don't deal well with control. I don't. I do.
Listen, if I fell out with Wack if I fell out with Wag, the shit that I know, it would go straight to the blogs, and I'm not finna do that. So I don't click with people and just fall out. If I fall out with people, I might fall out with
and KLE said, Wiley, did you struck a shadow? No, I never struck his shadow. Because I can talk about, I'm not doing it because number one, it is a process. They can fight it. Then you got to go to court. Then you get in trouble. So I didn't never do it. I said, because it is a search thing as for use. Now, if you're playing somebody 2 hours.
You were supposed to strike my content?
That's what they're saying, but I said I never did it.
It's fake. It's fake.
And I make general statements. Oh, I'm gonna strike. Never did. I've never struck anybody channel. Never done it. Because if I've done it, it tells you who strike your channel. I think they give the address to the person. They give the person full name, like who strike you. Like you get it, they send you an email and they tell you who did it. And this particular case. I mean, you're seeing it all the way. I'm shocked that it's going to the courts because I thought it was just you.
That nigga wanted me out this bitch. That nigga was like, if I send this to the court, I know for a fact YouTube gonna make these copyright claims stick. That nigga hit me.
Wow.
That nigga hit me with 9, and all them bitches got reversed.
All of them got reversed. You got with 9 of them.
Even with a lawsuit. So he looked like he got egg on his face. Bitch, you gonna have to beg for your quota. Go ahead and tell everybody you got a court case to fight for some copyright cases of me. They gonna laugh at you. Oh.
So I want to ask you this question. Did he address it on his channel about that or no?
Oh my goodness. There was 2 things happening while he felt like he had the leg up and spent this false narratives. Number one, I was on vacation. I was in LA. I was in Puerto Rico. I went to Florida. I was all over the place. So I really didn't have time for YouTube. So he took advantage of that and put a narrative out there like, oh, he's done and he ain't never coming back to YouTube and yada, yada. And I was just like, I don't have time for this. I'm on vacation. My moms and we weren't even supposed to be creating content. And all of this shit was coming at me, falling in my lap. I kid you not. All of that Jaguar with her family, Genesis, Nicole, all of that content came to me first. These niggas wouldn't have had no content on YouTube right now but they struck me out and they had we got to get rid of him. He's popping. He's doing too much.
Wow.
They wouldn't have had no content. Jaguar, sister, niece, all of them was on my phones every day. I could have been boom, 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 boom. Was on vacation and the nigga struck my channel and I just didn't feel like starting a backup channel. They would have nothing. No exclusive, no recordings, no nothing. And I'm the new guy in town.
So someone asked, Love Maria said, is he gay or straight? Question.
I'm bisexual. And also, how do you feel about me blocking one of your mods? Because I'm just
I listen, if that's your business.
Okay.
I personally, when I look at people, I look at people on social media, and they have a lot to say about new people. It's going to always be new creators.
No, it's just but you're right. But when you have somebody who's dead set on I'm literally seeing something. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. We'll get to that. And I'm literally addressing it in real time. It's just more and more shit. It's just like, you know what? You block, girl. Go ahead and believe whatever you want. Bye.
Yeah, because it's gonna come that way. Cause like when you were saying, you send me a text, say, "Let the hurt go." I'm not hurt. This is content. I ain't showing up to somebody's house. Whatever Armon do publicly, he is on the record my favorite celebrity. So I talk about my favorite celebrity. If you're in the news, I'm going to talk about it. And that is what it is. He is my favorite celebrity. And I actually have I actually had a relationship with him. So of course I'm going to definitely talk about somebody that I have videos with and pictures of doing content. We did a lot of content on Facebook. So of course I will talk about people that is in the news, no different than Jag, whomever, like you're in the news. So I'm going to talk about you. I didn't create this. You didn't ask me to do it. I saw it. I said, let's discuss it.
Thank you for saying that and making
like you didn't call.
I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh shit. I was listening to the contents go on and on about how hurt he is and telling everybody these lies. Then I see yours. I was like, oh, let me go over here.
Yes, because I did it. It came like someone said, no, you posted on your wall. And someone after that live sent me, I said, do you have the case number? And they sent it to me and I just put it in Google. Then I went to Pacer and I saw it. And then what really shocked me is that King Payne said he only make this small amount of money.
$1,800.
And then when we get his PPP loan record that he got $11,000.
You should have showed me that. I would put that shit right in front of the court.
Yeah, no, he have that. Like someone just sent it to me like a couple of hours ago about that. And then he also went on YouTube and said he have Airbnbs. And I've correct me if I'm wrong. If you have Airbnb, that means that is another income that you have on top of the cash apps to pay whatever else you have. Because he said he's not gonna talk unless he reach a certain quota. So I know that got to be extra money that he's hiding, and you can get in trouble for that. Lying to the court about that's perjury about your income. So yeah, I'm glad that you're here, that we're collaborating, and sorry that we collaborate under this circumstance, but it's no different when 82 lost his channel. He lost his monetization. We was the only creator that brought him on to talk about it. They said Sherelle supposed to be his girl to talk about it, and I brought him on.
Not 82, because the thing is, like, because before my shit got struck, it was like he would, the Jag content, I would have a live stream with about 1,000 people in that bitch. He would have a live stream with 70, 60 people. And then I would feel bad and be like, okay, I got to close this in this. And I would go over there and chat with him in his chat, because I'm like, damn, this dude got this much and we're supposed to be cool. Let me just go ahead and do this. Go ahead, bro. You got it. I'm good. So he actually celebrated my channel getting struck and thinking that I was
really
back. And then when him and everybody else saw that I can come on a backup channel with nothing, zip zada. And the only reason I knew I can come on a backup channel and maintain my clout is because I went on my friend's channel. My friend, who is a Clubhouse user who has a channel, only 300 subscribers, nobody know him, never. I went on his channel and did an exclusive and posted on my community wall, and he got over 8,000 people in that live. I'm like, well, and that was just an exclusive interview he did with me. It wasn't about nobody but me. And I was like, This is not a coincidence. This means that these people really fuck with me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so my analytics went from me talking about Jaguar and people searching her name 67% of the time to find my videos to now is people finding my videos by searching my name 60-70% of the time and everything else. Like I don't have to put Sean David Ware official campaign name in the title, because nobody is searching for them to find my content.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to do that. It's not beneficial for me to do that. It's beneficial for them. I understand how this game goes. I'm the one who people are searching for to find at least my content. Absolutely. That's my value to my own channel. And if I'm the only one experiencing that with the live, that means that I'm in control over my likeness.
That's true. I hear and I agree. You learning. Thank you, brother, for coming on. I'm going to see this case all the way through. If you got something you want to send me, you are more than welcome to come and do an update. I've learned a long time ago, don't worry about the subscribers. The game is views. Because like the Scorpion Show got 100 and some thousand, and Kevin had to go back to his job because the income just dropped on YouTube. So it's and now they go to Patreon and begging their people to pay a paid wall, and they've been on YouTube for 10. They've been on 13, 14. I know when I was in high school, graduated in 2009, 10. That's how long I go back with the Scorpion Show. And he had to go back to a regular job. So when people talk about these numbers, while you ain't got 100,000 been doing it, I always bring the Scorpion Show as Exhibit A. Do you want subscribers and no views, or do you want to have an organic steady income and you build on that? So, hey, I could just go on and on and on. And brother, thank you for coming on the platform and answering all the questions point by point. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. And you guys can find me. My name is Denot. That's Donut with an A instead of the U. Please don't laugh. That's my icebreaker for white people.
Yeah. So make sure y'all go and share, go subscribe. Like I say, it's very entertaining. You talk about a little of everything. And you have your own swag and your own style. And I just say, be you. Can nobody be you? You know what I'm saying? And we don't always agree. You drag me, talk about great. It's this YouTube.
Yeah, I know it's coming from you. I know.
Yeah, I came on your show like it is because I heard about the Kingpin with the striking. I was like, because I couldn't find. I was like, well, what's going on? And a viewer told me, and I went over there say, hey, this is, give you the rundown, what these girls do. They'll smile to your face and want to file these fraudulent. But I'm so glad that you're setting a precedent that if someone do that to you, if it's fair use, this is the strategy you can do to combat that. So, brother, thank you.
The strategy is to create a backup channel so that you don't lose any momentum.
Absolutely.
It's all about perspective. And because I didn't immediately do that and I was on vacation, it looked like he hadn't got me up out of here, but it wasn't true. So create a backup channel. Preferably let that backup channel be not affiliated with the same email or connected to you somehow, so that if your channel does get strike out, it won't penalize the backup channel. Fight it. Somebody do something, just fight it. Just fight it. And just understand that YouTube does not have an actual person reviewing this material. And if they do, they're backed up. So I do know for a fact that there's certain material that I've sent YouTube that they have not gotten to and addressed. But when my attorney sent something to them, it was like this, So as far as Patreon, get your attorney. I'm taking all of that from them. I'm just literally.
It's just not right what they did.
Yeah, of course.
I've been accused of a lot. I mean, you can Google Lipstick Alley about me, about the allegations they said about me. So I've been in this game.
Lipstick Alley, and if you really, really want to know the tea on me, Lipstick Alley is what made me the first superstar on Clubhouse. Lipstick Alley, because Lipstick Alley was the one, that was their chat forum before Clubhouse got the chat feature, and before we started using Discord, it was Lipstick Alley. So all that shit is how I fucked the racist white woman and she got racist and called everybody niggas. All of that shit is on Lipstick Alley. So yeah.
So, brother, thank you for coming on.
All right, thank you so much for having me. Anytime, call me, text me.
Oh yeah, I got you. So thank you. This is great. I want to also say this. We did reach out to official King Payne. He have not given us a statement. We want to make sure that we're fair in this, and I want to make sure I read what I wrote to him. I said, I am going live right now. If you want to give me a statement to read on the air, I will do just that. He have not given us a statement. He still have, whenever he's ready to give us a statement, he can. I definitely put it in here. We will continue to dive into this conversation and have an amazing conversation about this case. We're going to do a deeper dive on tomorrow night, where we're going to post the court documents, everything. That will be tonight, because it's Monday. So that'll be tonight, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're on the West Coast, that's 5 p.m., where we're going to post all the court documents that we have, and we're going to do a deeper dive of it, and we're going to be unfiltered and uncensored. And that's going to be tonight for our members and for our Patreon family. That's tonight at 7. Did I say it right? 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yes, 5 p.m. West Coast. So that'll be tonight. So we will post that as well, and we will have this conversation and have a deeper dive on there. And I love it. Like, this is what we're going to do in the future. Now, we reach out for stories. I do want to thank my new producer that have joined us, Samantha, for giving us this tea. You don't see in the chat. She don't argue in the chat. She just give me stories. And she said, you need to dive into this court case. And I said, fine. So she sent me the case number. We did a deeper dive, and she sent me other things as well. So we want to say thank you to, Samantha for sending us this story and giving us this story. So if you have anything that I should cover, I don't care what it is. If you think it's good for us, you could please email me right now at wileyshow@gmail.com. Send me the articles, documentation, court number. Send me everything. Send it everything. You can send it on IG at Wiley Show, IG at Wiley Show. Send it. All right. We will also post about this on www.wileythetroll.com, where we will post the court documents on wileythetroll.com. And we will blot out their addresses and stuff like that. But we will post that and run that story later on today for those that did not get a chance to see. And of course, we will dive into it for members only because some of y'all don't know we have a website. So we're still working on getting the ads on there. We are running into some technical issues, but we still keeping it rolling on. And that is www.wileythetroll.com, where we get into your business, my business, everybody business. That is our motto. Okay. And I definitely will do that. And I'm having a good time having that as well. That would be, thank you, Aaliyah TV, www.wileythetroll.com. And we ask you that you please go there and support and have a good time. I also want to give and say shout out to my members. Let me check the list. I'm not going to name all the people because it's too many to name. And that's a good problem. But I want to make sure that I give the amount of numbers that we have. So give me 1 second. And right now, our memberships, we have a total of 86 members. We have a total of 86 members, and we want to say thank you to those 86 members. And it's definitely doing that, and we want to thank you so very much. I don't mind people going back and forth in the chat as long as you ain't posting nobody's address or government names and all that and doing too much. But if you're going back in the chat, having conversation, disagreement, that's fine. But if you post an address or post a government name here, you gone. It ain't no warning, just gone, and you would be replaced with somebody better. Okay, so because we don't do that, but I don't mind you going back and forth in the chat. It's great. Let's go back and forth in the chat. It helps with it just helps. So we have 86 and counting, and that's just on our YouTube subscription. I think we have about 75 on our Patreon. And the number, is only $4.99, $5. Where we dive into it. We bring real estate people on. We bring we will be bringing politicians on. I get into deeper dive. We bring in drag queens on, whoever I feel like interviewing and talking about that. I do it on the members only. And then sometimes we'll bring them on YouTube. So it's really, really great. We want to say thank you to the 86 people for doing that and for having a good time and having a great conversation to the people. I also want to give a special shout out to my 3 new moderators that joined us. Thank you to the new mods that joined our team. Thank you for that. And also I want to say thank you to the mods that have been modding for me for years. God bless you. Thank you. We added new mods because we like our mods to be active in the chat. So we will add more of that. And I will ask you, can you be active in the chat and will you be a member? All right. So if you're active, you can do it. So you must be a member because that's the only time I can see. Yeah. Okay. This person must be. So we're doing that, but we will let y'all know about that. Also, make sure you get our merchandise and definitely do it. All right. Now let me add on to this before I go. Denot, I want to say, is highly educated, and I am impressed by the knowledge that brother have learned about the law. And I think that is a lane for that in this sector. And if that brother can really, it's a lane for what that brother can do that can take him to the next level. And I'm gonna produce at heart. Like, that brother got a skill. And if he really focus on that, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit because his competitors, they don't know nothing about no law. They don't know nothing about the penal code section 3.5. They don't know nothing about that. And so he can add a different perspective in his commentary. That's why we make sure to talk about politics, because most of my people ain't gonna talk about it. It's uninterested to them, but I talk about it, okay? Because that's my passion about it. And so I'm definitely gonna collaborate with Denot again and go on his platform. I don't care if he dragged me because I don't like yes men around me. I like people. That's a turn on for me, like intellectual. Like, let me know how you feel about me. If you want to drag me, drag me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If you're saying something that is public about me or whatever, go at it. You know what I mean? Let's go at it together, back and forth. Like, I'm all with it. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not, because I'm with the giggles, the mess. I love the mess. It is what it is. But I did read, like I said, I'm here for the mess. I think that mess is good. It's good for the spirit. Because, I love it. I just love mess. But I'm not always messy. I can talk about political shows. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I talk about politicals. I love political stuff. That's a turn on. I love somebody that's intellectual, that can speak big words. I love that. I really, really love that. And I love the fact that he came out and said he's bisexual. I love that about him. Being honest and vulnerable and saying these things. And when he said that he didn't get along with Conscious fall out with him, I said he did that to me once. Before he reached 40,000 as a test. Shout out to Dr. Larry Reed. That's my pastor. You understand what I'm saying? And my mentor, Dr. Larry Reed. And he got in his feelings. That man stopped calling me. Like when Larry would call me, he would patch in Conscious, and we would talk. But I still can't be controlled. But when them allegations came out, I believe Levantre. I believe that he was violated by Larry Reed, the Predator. And so when we took a side, before that, we took that, Conscious got in his feelings. I knew Conscious was trash when the Tasha K situation happened. Like, he kept taking Tasha's side, and I gave him the tea, and he used that and didn't give me the proper credit. You know what I mean? And try to pretend like he was, quote unquote, my friend, which he wasn't. Even Larry tried to turn against, well, maybe you need to. I understand. If Tasha K gave you the camera, I understand. How about you give that camera back? And then he went on, 30 people give me $88.88. And I said, hell no. I took on the spirit of Sophia. I said, hell no. I'm not giving back something that was gifted to me. There is no return policy. You give me that, it's mine. That's my camera, right? You gift it to me, I ain't giving it back no gift. So that's what the standard. I set a precedent. I cannot be controlled. I'm independent. I'm not a butt kisser. I do my job well, right? And this is why I became, to the quote unquote popular people, I became the throwaway. But you can't really throw me away because I know how to speak to your audience. And my thing, I know how to speak to the audience. And so every time I come on the show, I say, how can I touch the masses? And that voice in my head, I call her Ariana. I call her Ariana. She's a little Latino. I I just call her Ariana because she speaks a little Spanish. And she was speaking in Spanish. No. I didn't understand. I said, English, Ariana. And clear as day, she said, always be yourself. Nobody can be Wiley. Bring the Wiley in so many words, okay? She said Wiley, right? So every day I wake up, Ariana, under the spirit of that, I'm Wiley. I'm coming as Wiley. I'm delivering because this is my first time, and I'm going to make sure I suck it up because I know it may not be a second time. So when I get that first appearance, I'm bringing everything that I can throw in the kitchen sink as well. So I did that. And then it drove conversations. My name went into titles and everything because I know y'all ain't going to do it. But I'm speaking to the up-and-coming content creators. They going to put my name in a title, right? And they did just that. And we went to every channel that I can find with my name. I listened to that content, and I always say, thank you for having the courage to put my name in the title. Because it's great. And most of them, when they put my name in the title, they agree what Wiley was saying. One particular woman said this, quote, Wiley is so funny. He is such a troll. And we have a website, wileythetroll.com. We took that. You calling me a troll? All right, wileythetroll.com. Yeah, I'm a troll. Yes. I'm a troll. And so they don't hardly call me a troll anymore. So I hear all of that, and I said, hey, I am going to take what was said about me and use it to my best ability. So I want to say thank you for that. But yes, we got into some things. Let me see. We got into some things and we had this conversation. And I love the fact that we dove into this conversation and we had a serious conversation, and I owned it and I bought the domain. I had this conversation and I did it, and we're doing really well. We adding on a new member to the team, and we're doing this without ad dollars. This is just my personal funds. Like, we're trying to get ads on the site, running through some huddles, but we ain't waiting till the ads come on. We just say, hey, I'm gonna add on and another member of the team. And so right now, if you want us to advertise a product on our website, we could definitely do it. If you want to add something on there, hit us up right now. All right. We would love to have you. And so I love that. And every week I'm sending out money. Every week I'm sending out money to people that contribute to our site, and it's the site going to get better. I'm going to be able to take a back seat where I don't have to post anything. So once we add this another person on, if they do a good job, that means only thing I have to do is just make sure everything is flowing well, make sure the title is good, make sure they give me a beginning, middle, and end, you know what I'm saying, and an intro, give me some meat and the potatoes and everything, and make sure that's great. And then we now need a new graphic designer, because my other graphic designer, he's a little all right, so I want to make sure we put that on there. If you want to join, if you does great graphics, you know what I'm saying. We're looking for more graphic designers added on. You need multiple, because sometimes just having one ain't enough, because this person might be busy. So wileyshow@gmail.com. Send me your work that you done. Send me previous clients. Send me your Instagram and all of that. Send me your website. And you should have all these things if you're a graphic designer. You should have a website. You should have an IG page with your work. You should have other things with other clients. You should have a resume. All right. All right. wileyshow@gmail.com. wileyshow@gmail.com if you're that. Okay. But this was good. I jumped on this story because I said, this story, I need to jump on it now, because I felt it. I said, this story is good. You know what I'm saying? And it needs to be done. I remember Denot in the Storm Monroe piece. He said, oh, Wiley said he's going to get a private eye. Never got the private eye. And somebody did get the private eye on Storm, and Sean posted it on his Patreon, all the pictures and everything. So, you know, yeah. So I just did it for content. I am a huge wrestling fan, and I said, what's a good storyline today? Sometimes I'm the topic of a story. Sometimes the moderator's the topic of a story. This is the program of the show. I mean, on my radio show on Stationhead, we get into some things. It's like a whole new, fresh, like, content, like whole storylines that over there, and we're averaging thousands of listeners in the replay, and doing really good. I mean, we went from 5-10 listeners to almost hitting 100. You know, that's great for Stationhead. Now we recently just reached a new milestone. Like, we got over 150,000 listeners, listening downloads on, like, people listen to the product. So that is great, and people are listening to, like, the replay. It's awesome. So it's really great. So I want to say thank you to those people. And so, yes, we're doing an after show on the Stationhead. Make sure y'all go and drive in to that. I'm going to send y'all the link of that way. We're going to dive into on Stationhead, and let me take them down for a second. Thank you all. All right. So I'm going to drop the link in there. If you don't know that Stationhead is an app, we was going to leave it completely, but we ain't going to do that. Okay, we still doing our members only tonight on camera, because some of y'all love to see me, some of y'all love to hear the audio. You know what I mean? So yeah, so we ain't gonna leave. But what we will do is utilize everything at our disposal. Let me do that as well. Okay, let me post some on Crunchyroll. Okay. Give me a second. All right, we got that. Yeah, so welcome. Thank y'all. We got the court. Order in the court. Well, it looked like they won't be going inside the courtroom because, according to Denot, Kingpin doesn't have the skill or knowledge. That is quite funny. Paul, did you read that? He said he don't have the skill or the knowledge. He don't have the wherewithal of the law. He don't understand the language. So, I mean, you got to be careful trying to sue a man that had multiple charges of impersonating a lawyer, and all he got was a diversion program and paid a fine. And you want to mess with a man like that? You want to mess with a man like that? He had about multiple counts of impersonating a lawyer, beat it, did a diversion program, paid a little fine with no prison time, and that's the person you want to go toe to toe with? Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. I'm just sitting here like, you are. Wow. Okay. And actually, Jaguar Wright should have been friends with Denot, because maybe he could have been filing some motions. Well, he couldn't file them back, but maybe he could have told her what motions to file, and maybe she wouldn't be sending somebody jail. Just maybe. Just maybe. I'm just, right? You understand what I'm saying? That's what I. You was befriending the wrong dude. The person you should have befriended, at least he knows some about the law. I believe then I'd be reading them law book, like taking notes. I believe it. Like, I'm for real. Like, I would have been friends with somebody. Like, then I was like, I did it on the behalf of my sister. And we want to say, you know, rest in peace to her. Like, that's dope. That is so dope of him doing it on the behalf of his sister. Do you understand? That is completely dope. Okay? Oh, yeah. I'm just like, people are sending me stuff to my DM. I just love that. Like, people are really watching. Oh, let me drop the link if anybody want to come on. I'm sorry. Somebody came in. Let me drop the link. Give me a second. I'll drop the link. If anybody want to come on. All right. Can y'all see me dropping the link? All right. Anybody want to come on? Oh. Also, we're going to put the number on the screen because some of y'all be so scared because y'all think that camera going to slip up. Some of y'all scared that it's going to slip out because some of y'all be living other identities, honey. Whew. So I know you ain't. You'll call in, and some of y'all don't even want to do that. You got to get the right voice machines. All right, we got the number on the screen. Give me a second. You know you ain't about to slip up. And some of these folks went on and got their audio and they found, oh, I can get exposed. Let me take this audio. Let me take it down. Ah! Man, please. You got that audio? Because I was going to send it to an audio specialist to the lab. And before I was able to grab it, they took it down. I was going to send it to my audio tech. Man, they said, wait a minute. Let me take this down. They took that down so quick. Man, they took that down so quick. Hello, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi, welcome.
Thanks. Just out of curiosity, like, I don't want to be ignorant, so could you please tell me, like, what your mental health disorder is?
You said don't want to be ignorant about my mental health?
Yeah, like, I just don't want to just assume, but could you just clarify?
Clarify about what? Why?
Like, your mental disability. I just have some questions regarding it.
You have questions about my mental health. Are you a therapist?
Yeah.
Are you a therapist?
I'm actually not, but I am like a huge supporter of yours.
I need this. If you're a supporter, I need to see a therapist, but it costs money for that. Can you help in that department?
I mean, I've definitely sent you like some donations a few times.
I know, but I need a therapist, and it's like $300 an hour.
So like, if you open a GoFundMe, I can definitely help.
We have the GoFundMe page. We can drop it. I can send you. We have multiple only $300 was raised. That's not enough.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm like contributing like any money towards something, like I want to know exactly what.
Well, you asked me a question about my mental illness. I have bipolar with psychosis. I hear voices. Went to the library, got butt naked. The police tased me. I was in the hospital multiple times, over and over, hearing voices. Tried to escape from the hospital and all of that. Had to medicate me and everything. Like, I was tased. My chin was busted. I was butt naked, bleeding and everything. That's pretty much give you the synopsis of my story. Now that you know that, are you still going to contribute to help me to get help, to see a therapist, or no?
Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you, because that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So in regards to me like donating money to like something like that, like I do think it's something very important that you should probably do like a better job spreading awareness.
Well, I've done multiple videos. I told my story multiple times. How long you been a subscriber to the Wiley Show?
Like just for a few years now, but So, like, what I'm saying is that, like, it's kind of off-putting that you weaponize it a bit.
Well, it's mine. You can. It's my bipolar. It's my bipolar, and I don't agree that it's weaponized. I'm diagnosed with it, so it's not weaponizing. It's mine. I was diagnosed with it. It's no difference if you're pregnant. It's no different if you were pregnant with a child saying you're pregnant. Would that be disrespectful? I say, oh, you're weaponizing your pregnancy.
Absolutely not. But, like, I'm not going to tell somebody, like, hey, like, I'm going to stand in front of your vehicle, and if you run me over, like, that's like double homicide. Like, you get
like I'm on one because what I'm saying is that's not like weapon. I'm telling my story. Like if you were pregnant, right? And just I'm pregnant. No, like, if I came up to you and say, "Oh my gosh, you weaponize your pregnancy," or if you say, "Baby, I'm on my this is my time and I'm on my menstrual cycle." Oh my gosh, you weaponizing your menstrual cycle? Like, come on, it's your story, is what you're going through. Like, it is what it is.
No, you're absolutely right, and like I'm not like. Please, like, don't take what I'm saying as like me just trying to just like be rude towards you or your mental health.
But if you say you've been a friend of me, if you've been a follower of me a couple of years, then you already know about my mental illness.
No, absolutely I do, but like I just don't know exactly what it is. And, like,
I said bipolar. How many times do I have to say it? I'm saying it again. Like, I said bipolar, ma'am. You need to do your research on bipolar. You haven't done your research.
No, I completely understand.
No, you don't.
Like tonight just like confused me a little.
Well, you confused. So I'm gonna you in college. So your homework is to do research on what is the meaning of bipolar with psychosis, and you'll get a clear understanding. And also your homework, I want you to go and read Jennifer Lewis' book, Black Mother of Hollywood. Okay, I want you to go read that book. I want you to research. Then I also want you to Google Jennifer Lewis interview with Oprah and let her tell you about what she did in that nail salon. I want you to do your homework, okay? Thank you so very much for calling in, for not speaking on the subject, but concerned about my mental health. And we'll be looking forward to your donations to donate for me to go see a therapist. God bless you, in that order. Okay, thank you. All right, because she ain't even on the subject. She talking about my mental health. And they ain't give a dollar. Didn't even give us $1. Hello, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Big Daddy.
Welcome. Hi. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome, Prada. Yeah. So what do you think about the interview that we did with Denot? Like, let me put him onto the screen here. In King Pang, this is brewing up in the streets.
Well, I personally thought it was an amazing interview.
Thank you. I think that I'm glad because you and I were getting an understanding about the court documents and all of that. You in law school, to practice law and all of that. Wow. Do you think that Denot should go to law school and really get his law license?
So, like I was explaining in the chat, I don't know if you read it, but I'll re-explain it. So, how he was explaining studying law in California works, it's similar to in Louisiana. If you're a Louisiana resident or you're from there, whatever, like myself, once I see you a picture of the huge Louisiana Notary Public study book, study guide or whatever. So once you pass the Louisiana Notary Public exam, you can actually legally take the bar exam without actually going to law school. Now, I still want to attend law school. Like, even if I do, after I get my notary public license and take the bar exam, like I do still want to go to law school because I want to study public affairs. So my degree would be in public affairs, and then I would go to choose which law school I wanted to go to. Because as you know, I've already studied film and that. So
Okay, yeah. So,
interesting.
and then also because it's like a new way to get into being a lawyer, you don't necessarily need to go to law school. It depends on your state. So you need to research that. You know, it depends on where you live. That's an awesome opportunity because, like I said, if anybody can, I've known lawyer. It was a case. Remember a show about this lawyer where he read about the law and was able to get his license while in prison, and he got out. And it was the name of the show. It got canceled on ABC. A Call for Life. So everybody should read it, and it's a true story. How that brother researched the law, got his law license while in prison, and he was able to fight and actually help other inmates in their case. And he was in prison. So, you know, that is true because if you sit at home, let's say, for instance, you sit at home every day, you're reading law books every single day, getting the knowledge. You can compete with lawyers because it's in the book. It's not so secretive anymore. Like you can go to Google, you go to Amazon and get all those books. Correct me if I'm wrong, pardon me. You get all of the books that they got in law school. You get it in your house and do your own research and read. Okay. All right. Someone said this quote, "You do recognize you're bipolar and you are fake, just like Denot angry behind." Well, if I'm fake, hey. Well, thank you for the $4.99. Hey, I ain't mad about that. Let me be fake. Welcome. Thank you for the donation. Don't y'all block. So you're going to be gone. You block by givers. Okay. In an instance, you'll be gone. Because I don't care. You supposed to super chat, give your thought. That person said I'm fake, but they sent them $50. I'd rather have a person said I'm fake donate than to say I'm fake for free. So that's the only way you go back. Thank you. But yeah, you can get the knowledge. And so I want you, pardon me, to tell me what books. I'm definitely going to reach out to today. What books should I read? And I'm going to reach out to him. You send me a list. Because I love to read and I'm interested in learn about the laws and everything. So
yeah, absolutely. That's really all. I don't know why people make it seem like it's this big thing. Only certain people can study law. Studying law is really just about reading and memorizing the law.
Yes.
Honestly, it's not that difficult.
It's like memorizing and stuff like that. Like I said, it becomes a part of your appetite, like your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like my mother, she's this close about to take her real estate exam, and every day she's listening to that, and also that's practicing law without a license. You can't help nobody once you know the law. Yeah, that's true. You can't practice without knowing the law, but it's just really good that you know the law. Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like if you're in business or if you're, a real estate, you want to learn about all that. I understand that you cannot be practicing law and blah, blah, blah. I get that. But if you are a YouTuber and you know the law, you've done your research, you can break down a case. You're not a lawyer, but you still can give a whole new perspective. You understand what I'm saying? Pardon me, you can give a whole new perspective. Like they said, once you know more than law than the average person, you can't help nobody, or you would get arrested even if you're not charging. Yes, that is true. But I'm saying,
like I said, in Louisiana,
me knowing, if I personally get in trouble, if I'm personally in trouble, or if I'm personally trying to do something, right, I would rather know what is the legal loopholes and what can I do. So if I had, let's say for instance, I'm being charged for something, hypothetically speaking, I want to be able to know what's going on and understanding the language so I can let my lawyer know. We can go over some strategy. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in that dumb and I don't know anything. That's what I'm coming from.
So watching a lot of legal shows what is it, The First 48 and Fatal Attraction and For My Man. A lot of those people have gotten caught up because they didn't understand or know their legal rights. Like if the police ask you to come in for a voluntary interview and they start, asking you questions and you're not under arrest, you can leave. Or if they tell you that you're detained or whatever, I think they can only detain you legally for about 5 hours. and your legal rights include you don't have to answer any questions. You can ask for an attorney at any time, and when you ask for an attorney, they legally have to stop talking to you. They cannot talk to you anymore.
Oh, so yes. And so Denot would say, I love breaking down cases. Pam asked why I could lose her license for doing it because she took an oath.
Well, I
If
don't know.
if someone filed a motion, I don't know, if someone report her to the licensing board to say, hey, she is breaking down cases and giving legal advice on YouTube without, I don't know how that would go. That's it. That I would say this. I don't know, but it's interesting. That is very interesting. If that's true.
It is.
If that's true.
You legally can break down a case. What you
Yes.
can't do is give someone legal advice, because if they take your legal advice and something happens with them or whatever, they can legally sue you for giving them bad advice, because technically you were acting as their attorney and you weren't actually their attorney.
Yes, so that's what. But I've seen lawyers. I'm gonna say allegedly somebody helped Levante allegedly and gave him allegedly some legal advice of what paperwork to file, and he filed it, and Larry Reed dropped the case. And I don't know if it was Mr. Ponder. I don't know. But it was Mr. Ponder, Brian Ponder, that sent me the documentation of Levante winning like a legal victory that Larry Reed dropped the case. And that happened right after Bishop Whitehead said, I will help you with legal, and then Mr. Ponder, I don't know if he did it. I'm about to say allegedly because them people sued. All right. I don't know who did it, but all I know is Levante is not a lawyer, and somebody had to tell him how to respond to Larry Reed, because he responded to some penal code, blah, 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 some that lingo jargon. He was responding to that. So I don't know if Mr. Ponder told him. I don't know. But I do know Larry Reed dropped that case and ran.
Yeah.
And did not refiled it. Let that sink in, because he kept saying, I'm going to refile it. I understand he may have won this case, but I'm going to file it again. And he never refiled it. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
I was just saying he was spooked and nervous.
Okay.
But he asked, Wiley, if you are interested in law, I would suggest, like, if you can, to apply to become a notary public in the state of Texas, and then start there, because that's also extra income.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you for that. Yeah, make sure you text that to me so I can definitely dive into that in that type of way. So yeah. So I'm just glad you came on. Proud of me for doing that and giving us and diving into the conversation. And thank you for your support. But they said Bishop Whitehead might report her. Yeah, that could be it, because they can file it. That's some good tea there. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. They said thanks for the info. Thank you. Libra said thanks for the info, Prada. Thank you, Prada, me, for coming on.
You are so welcome. Tell everybody how beautiful I am in my unfiltered photo.
Yes, very beautiful. Very beautiful Black woman. You're single and educated and working this business.
And pure.
Yes, very secure. And thank you for your help that you have been helping us for the past couple of years, for being over here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Also, when we go over to Stationhead, can I please be the official DJ for the morning?
You said, I don't know.
Please, Wiley.
Because I have a list of songs that I like. You know, you can request because I have D Smith. She requests songs a lot. So if you have some songs you want to request, you can definitely add on to the rotation.
No, I only want you to play my songs that I request.
Oh, can't do that because like I have like Lotto. I was in a group chat with Lotto. I was in a group chat. Correction. Group chat with Lotto fan base, and so we trying to get Lotto on the billboard with put it on the floor. So we will be playing Lotto's song, and we also will be playing some. And I'm not gonna say who else. So y'all have to tune in for that. But yeah, send me some songs. You know what I'm saying? Send me some songs, and I would definitely add it to the rotation. Like anybody, send me some song. But if you can't hear the music, it's because number one, you don't have Apple Music or premium Spotify, and then sometimes Spotify don't have access to the songs that we play because it's only like an Apple exclusive or just streaming on Apple. So if you're hearing Dash Like Destiny, so that's why I have an Apple subscription. Now I'm not trying to get two. I'm not doing that. But I may go over to Spotify and have them only. I don't know. But I've been, if you have an Apple phone, you just get Apple Music. You know what I mean? So I may just keep, I understand. I may just keep Apple for right now because like I said, I have an iPhone and I haven't had an Android since 2012. I used to have a Galaxy. I was a big person of a Galaxy, but I no longer is a Galaxy type of person. So yeah, so that's how that goes with that. But I am definitely good with that. So yeah, send me the songs, product, yes, and thank you, D Smith. Like she have been sending me multiple records over and over and over. I have independent artists. Well, I'm not gonna say payola, but yeah, you get my gist. They have said it over there for that. But thank you, proud of me. Thank you.
What happened to 30 Days of Erica Banks?
Well, we could not do 30 days because she ain't got no 30 days worth of talked about material. Like once she's like the second after that said, like she's not relevant for a 30-day appreciation. Like she don't have much things to going on. Like honestly, she's not really doing concerts. She's not really on red carpets. She's not really in movies. Like it's so sad that Erica Banks, you know, let's be clear, Sister Girl, she need her own label. Like, no, I'm sorry, she need to be on a better label, honestly, because the label she's on, they're distracted with Megan. You know what I mean? And she's getting the short end of the stick. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. She's getting the short end of the stick. So it's kind of difficult doing 30 days. She's not doing anything relevantly to even do a 30-day. I could do a 30-day appreciation for Kim because you could think of old interviews, blah, blah, blah. Like she have a 25 plus career. You know what I mean? But Erica, I just think that what she need is it's difficult to fight them because she will have to wait till her contract is over. And I don't have access to her, because they keep that stuff private because that's not public record of people's contracts. Mm-hmm. But I can say by the history of how they do business at 1501 is dirty business. And I can guarantee Erica is unhappy. She not be able to see them records, the expense reports, because it was another artist on that. She irrelevant, but she was actually for the expense reports and they just was playing getting amnesia, like whatever. And so she's no longer over there in the label, right? It was another black, dark-skinned rapper over there. And I forgot her name. She's gone. And she had a big problem with 1501 because they wasn't giving her the expense report, like letting them know what's going on with the money, with the budget. So I could tell you just by my gut feeling that sister, Erica Banks, is very unhappy with her contract because because Megan is bigger. And Erica is, nobody's talking about her. Not even the YouTubers that she went, they stopped talking about her. But what Erica have to understand that in order to be relevant, you need to do a podcast. And you don't need to wait for a big deal from Apple because they may not never give you a big deal. But Home Girl, you got followers on Instagram, you got followers on Twitter, you got followers here and there, you got all these followers everywhere. So what you need to do is start your own podcast, on the show. Like start a YouTube channel and break things down. And that's how you get in the algorithm and being known, because you got to understand this is a whole new music listening generation. Everybody is online. Netflix just made an announcement that they're phasing out the DVDs. I didn't know they still did that, but they're phasing it out. I think in September. So there will be no more shipping out DVDs. That's a dying industry, right? For mainstream now. But what's the guy name? He's a black power guy. Tariq Nasheed, he's make a lot of money selling DVDs to this day. And them DVDs like $40 to $50. And he make a big profit on that. So it's still profitable. You just got to know the market. But these big company, streaming is the future. But Tariq Nasheed not crazy. He have his material on a website where you can stream it. So even though for his older crowd that still love DVDs, that still want that physical copy, he's still catering to that streaming audience and still allowing him to stream the movies and documentary. Now with Erica, it's all about streaming algorithm. She need a social media presence outside of Instagram and Twitter and really be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And know how to dominate that. And if I were her manager, she really need to do a press tour with YouTubers, TikTok people, Twitch people. She need to be on there twerking on Kai, because that you understand what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, she need to date Kai, to be honest, because his fans will now be your fans. And let's be clear, women got something that is so powerful. They got the chest meat, they got the yoni. So use it. Use it. And attaching that chest meat and yoni to a man with a massive platform is golden. Beyonce did it when she joined with Jay-Z. They are a powerful duo. Michelle did it when she joined, got married to Barack. Powerful duo. So that strategy still work now. Blueface and Krishan did it. Powerful duo. Actually, it helped Krishan more and diluted the popularity of Blueface. She became the star.
He's making money off of her, though.
And she got it. You're 1,000, and he's still making money off of her. Absolutely. And he knows that she's in love with me, and I can still screw and lick every chick on the market. And guess who ain't gonna leave me? The toothless woman with my teeth stamped on my tooth. Do you get that?
Oh my god!
She can still do that. Now you
gonna add. I'm pretty sure Erica Banks, along with all the other new artists, they're all signed to 360 deals, which means the record label gets a large percentage of whatever income they make, like no matter what it is. It doesn't have to just be music. So, I mean, yeah, once you're in a contract like that, you can't really move around. You can't really do anything.
No. It's if that's why I get it. You gotta say it. Nobody was knocking down the door for Erica Banks. Only player, let's be clear, she wasn't getting no offers from Columbia and all Atlantic. Only 1501. It just so happened she got lucky with no. What was the song that was
Busted?
That's it. She got, and then I actually prefer Tooth That. Well, that Tooth That. Okay, she actually has some bops, but what the failure of the label, they did not build on the momentum of Erica Banks. And then another thing that Erica fell at, she's not going on enough people with the culture. If I was an artist, I'm going on every show possible. Everywhere. And that's what Erica have failed. She's trying to be selective. Honey, you're not big enough to be selective. You need to be on every show. Because my 300 people is 300 new buyers that you're in front of. It's just like running for office. You go everywhere. Touch everything humanly possible you can touch to be relevant. And Erica have not done that. Candy understand the formula because she went on multiple YouTube channels. Why? Because my name gonna go in that title. I'm gonna be an algorithm, and I'm gonna speak on it. And everybody loved Candy, and she made a lot of money on speak on it. So even though she got money to pay for producers, story producers, cameraman, but still she promoted and connected with a lot of YouTubers. That strategy still worked. And then when Denot, when he came up and when he said that he took a course and he had a list of YouTubers to watch to get in the sector, and he studied the sector, and he became a powerful duo in the sector at a short amount. It's not difficult if you know how to do your homework. So if you know how to do your homework, it is not challenging, it's not difficult, it's not rocket science, and he learned how to do it. You know what I mean? It's not difficult. It's not hard if you know how to do it. One thing that we can say about Cardi, she know I'm going to join with my massive personality official Ken Barbie because I want to stay relevant on social media. I'm going to put on that hat. I'm going to be like regular. I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? To keep my name relevant, because let's be clear, Nikki have just dominated the industry. Because Nikki understand that if I attach myself to a hotter artist, it's going to drive it up in the algorithm. Cardi understand that. That's why she got the other lady. You know what I'm saying? Gorilla. But then you got to keep it going. That was a couple of months ago. That's a long time in the industry. So now you got to keep it going. And Cardi need to drop another record. And all this, I'm so sad. This ain't no time to be sad. This ain't no time to be depressed. This is the time to work if you really want it. And you still got to have that hunger. And the thing about Nikki, the reason why you see a lot of her, because she's feeling the pressure of other artists. What's the other? Doja Cat. She see that Doja Cat is doing it. And it's rumored, Paul, right? Doja Cat and SZA supposed to have a #1 record, right? It's being projected that Doja Cat is going to have a #1 record. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? Yes. So, yeah, let's be clear on that. Thank you, Latavia said, yes. Denot, yes. Said, was playing chess. Absolutely. And you're supposed to do it. It's nothing wrong with doing that. And when we reached out, let's go back to this original screen. When we reached out to them, King Payne didn't come. Michael stayed silent, or he responded and ran away. He's watching, but in the public spectrum, Denot is winning the battle, because Denot understand that, of course I'm going to go to the Wiley Show, because he have an audience that possibly can go and subscribe to my channel. And Wiley is secured in my audience, in my personality, that I'm not shaken by my competitors, because at the end of the day, I am Wiley. And I'm confident in my ish. Very confident so. That other competitors won't put my name in a title, won't put my name in the chat, but they will talk about me on Stationhead. And that's why we turn the page and we start responding. And so now we got a chunk of that marketplace on Stationhead. We got a chunk of that, and it's translation over here. And that's why we made it. So if you want to be in this chat, you must be a paid member. If you want to criticize me, either you're a paid member or you got to send a super sticker, no matter the amount. And if you want your comment to stay up there longer, it got to be, you already know where I go, baby. It got to be a big amount. Just like this lady said, L'Oreal J said, you do recognize your bipolar. And you are fake also, just like Donut, angry behind. So her comment gets everything because she paid for that. I don't mind. I'm not blocking you, you paying me. Come on. Keep giving. I remember when we watched, right? Paul, you wasn't there. You I knew you existed then, Paul. But we was at the movie watching what was that movie? NWA. And in that movie, the white people, they were burning the records, like destroying NWA records when they made the song F the Police. And one of the members of NWA, I can't think of his name, child. He said, Eazy-E said, I don't care. They already bought the ish. So many words. I have the same thing. That same mentality. So yes, in this lawsuit, a lot of people are not going to talk about it, but I will. And he said, I'm pleasant, right? Because we talk about YouTubers. I'm from the beef sector. And that's how I got my name. Well, actually, I had my name before really get a household name was in the beef sector. That's how we got our name. And so some of the skills that I developed in the beef sector, I brought it to another sector. And that's why the people in this sector of tea, celebrity gossip sector can't take Brother Wiley. But I don't care if you can't take it. Do you still watch? The answer is yes, I still watch him. And I read the comments because I understand. Comments tell me a story, and I read every one of them. Sometimes I eat my bread basket, and I was eating somebody's bread basket. And this particular person said, why do you have comments posted everywhere in your room, in the closet, or in your bathroom? Why do you have comments posted of people on you? I said, I do it because I want to understand. Got comments everywhere, documents everywhere, comments on my wall everywhere. Because I want to see the comments. I want to collect as much data as possible. Absolutely. And one particular person said, he better make it members only. I'm gonna keep on dragging him. That next day, a light bulb did. I said, okay, if you want to drag me, I'm gonna make it members only. And that's exactly what I did. So all they got to do is just criticize in the comments, but they can't chat because they're not a member. I have Lux SL or repeat working the riot. Okay. They said, give me a second. That I was even angry? Yes. That was calling. Yes, it was the caller, but she donated. So if she called back, we will bring her on the air. Hey, if she called back, we'll bring her back on. If she called back, because she wanted to know about my mental health. So if she called back, we'll let her talk. All right, we will let her talk. Thank you. I want to make sure she come through. Hold on one second. Oh, I can't call her back. She called private. No worries. She called me private. So I can't call her back. Okay. Yes. Welcome, everybody. So, she, called me private. She said, I want to know about your mental. I said, no. She donated, and we went on to call me back. But she called private. So, and she sent a donation. Yes, because she said it. She said it because she wanted to be shady. Yeah, she said it because she wanted to be shady. And so I'm like, if you're gonna be shady, you know what I'm saying? All you got to do is donate. If you want to be shady, if that's what you want to do, and say, I want to be shady, but you go have to hit it, the coins. Cha-ching. Okay. Has a coin. If you truly want to be shady, if that's what you want to do, hit the coin. All right. Let me see what y'all else saying in this chat. Also, they said weak shade. Absolutely, it was weak shade. Hit the ching. I have so much that we're gonna be getting into this week. I ain't gonna get into it today, but we also gonna be talking about some more stuff. We already got the live up. Thank y'all so much. I took me a beautiful nap. I was tired, like we did a radio show, and I was falling asleep on the air, and I said, let's go to sleep. So I took me a beautiful nap. So now I'm up, and it's up, and it's up. So I'm up. But I was really tired yesterday. I was not feeling my best. My leg was extremely painful in pain. So I ordered, took a hot shower, soaked it in alcohol and everything. So now I'm going to get, I had some pressure socks, but it's messed up because I wear them too much. So I got to get a new order of compression socks. Because when you're on your feet working, it'd be like that. So yeah. But I had an amazing sleep. Like I was literally, I slept like a baby. I slept really, and I got a new bed. My house was clean. Thank you, Georgina. My house was clean. I slept like a new baby. I was knocked out. And then I got up, did it all over again. All right. It was great. I said, really? I am here doing it. And there's something else I want to jab into about this lawsuit. Let me bring that back up because I want to get this off my chest. This situation taught me that you need to research your opponent and understand who are you going against in court. Any true lawyer will tell you want to research, who the judge is, but pretty much who's the opposing party. I don't think, King Payne did that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he did. I think he's embarrassed that everybody know he's playing broke, and then everybody also noticed that this person that he's saying that's a fly and all that, this person actually is fighting this in the courts, like literally are fighting this all the way in the courtroom. And regardless of what it is, we will see if this is going to play out the way that Denot is saying is going to play out. And we will keep y'all updated. But we have always gave him an opportunity. And I don't know if he will allow me on his program, but I will ask him these questions if he need be. I don't know what time he usually go live, but we up. I don't know if he'll go live today to dive into it, but this is a lawsuit. And then I was saying how he got, Sherelle, all that, because they see when you get numbers, they don't want to help you anymore. So you're becoming a competitor, not just a viewer. So they're good with you. You're just viewing no YouTube channel. But once you get a YouTube channel, you're getting clout. They're gonna end that. They're gonna get one of their viewers to do their dirty work and give you the boot. That's exactly what happened. So I'm glad that Denot is really understanding that of what's going on. He's living it in real time. He's living it in real time. Thank you. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so very much for the massive support that y'all did. Don't forget, we doing our second annual meet and greet in Las Vegas. Yes, we're doing our second annual meet and greet in Las Vegas, and we really looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? And let me bring the flyer up. Give me 1 second. This is going to be October 6th to the 9th, 2023. And that's, it's going to be great. Looking fun. We got a good lineup of things to do. If you want to attend, Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com, just RSVP. So we'll know. I know it's still early, but I know some of us got a plan with babysitting, take vacation days. You need advance notice. So we actually announced this back in January. So every time we announce, we're getting closer and closer to the date. So again, that's October 6th through the 9th. Yeah, that's October 6th through the 9th, 2023. So if you want to come through for that, that's going to be awesome. Like, we met the subscribers at the gun range, and we met the subscribers again at West Cluckin. We met subscribers at other places too. So I just thank everybody that's coming. I don't care if it's 2 or 3 or 5 or 4. I don't care if it's one person. We gonna have a time. All right, let me see what y'all saying. Thank you. And they said weak shade. Yeah. All right. Let us go. Also, thank you. Make sure you all subscribe to the show. Thank y'all. We will see y'all in the next episode. God bless you. And again, today is Monday. Let this be a great day. For those that are on their way to work, be blessed. Give an increase. Those that are entrepreneurs, that business, you get that line of credit that you're trying to do, that you get good investments, that you be able to expand. In Jesus' name, amen. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When times get hard, always remember to please put God first. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. And leave a comment, because I know you're going to drag me, but make sure you don't use all profanity so you can see your comment. We will see y'all in the next video. Peace.